Rondo, I finna slam dunk. Get big on you fake pumps. That pump ain't no fake pump. Bitch fell for the pump fake. Got him talking like first take. Get it right on the first take. Hit the hole in the first.
I ain't gonna lie, dog. I goddamn jumped out there and just started buying shit, bro. Like, my pockets was looking good. I was working for your pops. I had just started my own Jam Pro business. Money was straight. And I was like, you know what? I want a Camaro.
Yeah. When it's coming in, though, that's how it be. Like, when you get it coming in, especially when you're younger.
Bruh, my money was...
like, yo, okay.
My money was looking good, too. And you got to think, I'm young. I'm fresh out of college, dog. Like... I felt good, bro.
Yeah,
like, your pops was paying me like $14, $15 an hour, so I'm getting that little check coming in. I finally got my business off the ground. Them checks coming in, so I'm like, I'm young as hell, making like $4,000 a month, feeling good as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit, I'm going to get that Camaro, dog.
Yeah, that's how I was when I was working with him too. I was getting that stuff. I was like, but after a while, like once you get it, then it'd be like, dang, like the back end, like when shit mess up on it, getting it fixed and all of that. And then just like, you don't even realize how much like them little beater cars that you had ain't take no gas. Now you got a real car that bitch takes some real gas.
I regret that shit, dog. I wasn't thinking about it, bro. Then on top of that, like I own a business and I'm like splurging with my money.
Yeah.
I'm being a little responsible. Like I'm paying up on my bills, but like every time some shit happen with my business, shit, I gotta go swipe a credit card trying to, trying to compensate for some shit, cause like you never know, like a vacuum cleaner might go out.
Yeah, that's the thing about really owning the business too. I think that people don't realize is like everything you're gonna need after the fact. Like even when the money starts coming in, like you're still gonna need this and that.
And see, that's why I wanted you on the podcast, cause I know me and you can talk about that shit well, dog.
Yeah.
Let me introduce the podcast though. Another episode of Sit Down with Slim. I got a new guest this time. I know y'all tired of hearing the same old guests. Niggas be on there wilding. And I gotta formally apologize for Blue's head ass. Hey, this nigga Blue, dog, bro. I got a homeboy, Blue, be on my podcast.
I know who Blue is.
Oh, you know Blue?
Yeah, I know Blue. Yeah, that's what cool.
We came to the conclusion that Blue has the exact same ideologies as a KKK member.
It's a lot of people like that, though.
Yeah. Oh, but nah, this TJ, dog. You still go by TJ?
Yeah.
Okay, TJ, my dog Terry, aka TJ, man. I've known TJ for a minute, man. I actually remember the first time I met TJ. I used to work for his pop. Shout out to Gunny, dog. Gunny actually was my ROTC teacher, though. In high school, Gunny used to teach me a lot of shit in high school. Like, he used to see me in the hallway mess with girls and be like, boy, goddamn, get your shit together, man. And I used to think the shit was funny and shit. Then I grew up and, what happened? How did I start working with Gunny? Bro, I actually was in jail for a warrant. I had just moved back to Georgia. I had a warrant from like 2 years ago. Went to jail for like a month. I ended up running into Turt in Walmart. And Turt was like, man, what you got going on? I was like, shit, I ain't gonna lie to you, boy. I just got out of jail yesterday. And that nigga was like, for real? He was like, when you moved back here? I said, shit, I moved back like 2 months ago. Shit, I was only here for 2 weeks. I got locked up. I got pulled over. I had a warrant. That nigga was like, damn. He was like, shit, we working with Gunny. We getting that bread. I said, Gunny who? He was like, the ROTC teacher Gunny. I said, oh, hell nah. So goddamn, he said he was going to holler at him for me. Next day, Turt called my phone. I pick up. It's not Turt, it's Gunny. And Gunny is like, what's up, motherfucker? I was like, shit, what's up, Gunny? He was like, man, what the hell you got them in and out of jail for and shit, man? I ain't gonna lie, I ain't with that stupid shit. I don't want to hire your ass, but I want you to come up here and holler at me tomorrow. So I had went up there, bro. We ended up talking the whole time y'all was at, no, you weren't here yet.
Nah.
Yeah, me and him was talking the whole time I was at Bobby Jones, and he was like, bruh, I'm gonna hire you, dog. And then like later on I learned, I ain't gonna lie, dog, your pops, that's a good ass man, bro. Later on I learned that like he was hiring all of us because he was trying to teach us some shit. Because he naturally a teacher. So he just really wanted to teach us some shit, bro. I really ain't catch on to that shit until like he was teaching me how to strip and wax floors one day. It was just me and him. And I think we was working like 12 hours a day. And I started noticing, I was like, this nigga ain't just telling me shit because he like talking. This nigga telling me shit because he want me to know this. Like, he trying to teach me some shit for the rest of my life.
Yeah, he try to do that with everybody. That he
but when you young, you don't know no better, though.
Yeah, he try to do that with everybody. Like, teach them and teach you skills that you could use, like, even after the fact.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So even if it's a fallout, if he got fired, he let you go, whatever, he still taught you something along the way that you can take with you and use. Like, a lot of people don't do that. They just gonna like, yo, do the cleanup, dog. That's it. You the cleanup, man. That's it.
But bro, you know your pops, he a straightforward person. Yeah. So sometimes it's kind of hard to get that information because the nigga cussing you out.
Oh, yeah.
Like, bro, I know we got some funny ass stories from your pop. Like, I remember the time me and you was doing a job at John Deere, and he was spraying the acid from the roof, and we both was standing there, and it just so happened the acid sprayed right on top of you, dog. That shit could have went either way from the ventilation system. That shit went right to you. That nigga was yelling and screaming like it was your fault. I was like, bruh.
Yeah, you know.
But nah, that's how I ended up working with Gunny, and then later on, I think you had moved down here from New York, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, here go another New York nigga, because he just kept bringing people from New York. Cause I think one of your sister's boyfriends was from New York or something.
Yeah, Divine.
Yeah. I was like, damn, he just keep bringing all these New York niggas, bro. Y'all coming in there like, yo, what's up? What's good, son? I'm like, oh hell, bro, some more New York niggas. But nah, at first I had told Damo, I was like, man, I don't think TJ like us, dog. Cause you can tell, like, see, the thing Gunny do too is Gunny will put you in like that leadership position and not even tell you, like, nigga, you the supervisor. So it's like you was the official supervisor, and I know we was getting on your goddamn nerves. So we was so fucking childish, bruh. Niggas are late every day. Niggas playing around, not wanting to work. I said, bruh, TJ got it bad, dog. I ain't gonna lie, bruh. Like, I'll never forget, like, I think it was Saturdays, we had to clean this building. It only took 2 hours. But me, Turk, and Damo used to be late every Saturday and be hungover when we got to work. I was like, bro, I don't know why this nigga don't just fire us, bro. This shit had ass. Them niggas ain't even used to want to go, bro. I used to have to wake them niggas up.
Yeah, I remember we used to have to go to Bobby Jones on Saturday.
Yeah, that's the one.
I'd be the same way, though. Not one to go all still fucked up from the night before. You gotta go. Get it done. And y'all wasn't bad. That was the thing. Like, once everybody was there and we were working and shit, like, shit got done.
Yeah.
So that's why I'd be like, you know, like, you set a time, and then it's like, realistically, like, you give a little leeway. Like, even, like, I think Walmart even literally does that. Like, you know, like, 7 or 8 minutes, I think it is, something like that. When you're not officially late, so you're, like, past that time.
Yeah, most jobs do that shit.
Also, you know, me working with people would be like, yo, if you ain't more than, like, 15 minutes late, then I'm like, all right, whatever.
Dog, was you ready to be in that leadership position when he put you in it?
Was I ready?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You weren't really paying no attention, huh?
Like, it was like, whatever, because it's my dad's business, so it's like, you gotta, like, it's expected. But at the time, I really wasn't ready. I don't really, and now that I've done it a couple times, I don't really know if that's, like, how I want to do it. Like, if I'm in a leadership position now, I'll probably break some more things down, like, you know.
Yeah.
So that's all I know he was trying to do, was like, yo, you just do this little part over here and just do that thing. So it wasn't really nothing, because it was like only those couple of buildings. It was smaller then.
Yeah,
like,
he wasn't trying to throw you to the wolves. Yeah.
Nah, like, when I did more, it's like when it got more complicated. Like, when I went to Columbia, and it's like you gotta, like, hire all the people now.
I forgot about all that shit.
And you gotta do all the payroll, and you gotta do all of that, clean all the laundry and stuff, and all that stuff. Or, like you say, all the little things and all that. And something go wrong, like, if I can't get to him right away, then I gotta make sure you got some money to the side, if anything.
Yeah,
all that.
We gonna get into that, bro. I remember one time I went to Columbia with you to do a job, and I was sitting there like, bro, I don't see how TJ do this shit. You probably don't even remember that shit. We did like this old folks home, and we had to clean the hood, then we had to strip and wax the floor in the back. And we was there.
Yeah. I think we got there. Like, the country.
Yeah, we got there like the evening time, and we didn't leave till like early in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I think we was there like 12 hours or some shit. That ain't the worst job I did with Gunny, though. The worst job I did with Gunny, I think that shit took 16 hours. Yeah, that shit was hell, bro. He let us like leave for lunch for an hour and come right back and work some more. But that job right there, I was just like, dog, I wanted to give up, and you was just like, yo, let's just finish this shit, dog. I was like, bro, I'm tired as fuck. I'm passing out.
Oh, it's gotta be like that when it was like that, because we did shit with, like, it was like new sometimes, so we ain't even know what it was doing and nothing like that. Yeah. Like, now, like, I'm doing some hoods with them right now, but they like do like the ones that they been doing or whatever.
Yeah. See, bro, that's why I hit you up.
You get into a routine.
My brother, he had some free sandwich tickets to Jersey Mike's. And I seen the Supreme Kitchen like sticker on it, and I thought about it. I was like, damn, TJ did hit me up, dog. I need to hit him up so he can get on the podcast. But yeah, dog, people don't know what hood cleaning is. I used to tell people back then, like, yeah, you know, I clean hoods, and they like, ain't no way in hell you clean hoods, nigga. You don't do no goddamn handiwork. You know what I'm saying? But I used to be in that bitch getting dirty too, bro. Everybody thought I was some pretty boy or some shit. Nah, I used to be in that bitch getting dirty, dog. Them hoods hell though, bro.
Yeah, they not too bad.
Man, them shit's hell.
Like the way that y'all was doing it, like when my dad was hell, because he was like going there with like a steel wool almost.
Yeah.
And, like, scrub everything down and stuff. Like,
bro, how y'all was doing it in New York before you got here? Because you said your uncle do it in New York, right?
Yeah. He lose like a little bit of steel wool. We going with like the scrapers first. I think when you moved down here too, like when we got more scrapers and better scrapers, shit got easier then. Like,
yeah. Oh, let me explain to the people what hood cleaning is. Dog, hoods is like the exhaust over the grill and the fryers in restaurants, and basically it sucks up the grease while you're cooking, and the grease gets caught up in this exhaust system, and every 3, 6, or even a year you have to call somebody to come in and clean it up or whatever. And that's what we used to do. We used to go in there and clean the grease, but sometimes that should be easy peasy. Like I just said, Jersey Mike, a very clean spot. Sometimes that should be hell. Like the Chinese restaurants, right? Hey, for y'all that eat Chinese food, dog, I'm telling you, that's the worst shit in the world, dog. If you see these motherfuckers' kitchen, woo, that shit is gross. Dog, what's the worst shit you seen in a restaurant doing hoods?
I mean, really, usually be a lot of the Chinese ones are usually the worst. And like, steakhouses be kind of bad too.
Nah, I mean like those be like bad as far as cleaning, but I mean like okay, I'll tell you one. It's a Chinese spot in North Augusta, and me and your dad went there to do it or whatever because we didn't think it was gonna be too bad. Yeah. And we got there and the whole exhaust system didn't work, period. So now we got to get on the roof. And I think you went with us the second time and we had to do the fireman shit. Like take the ladder, get on one roof, pull the ladder up, get on the next roof. You remember that shit?
I think I remember doing things like that. Yeah. I've done a lot to like get to and be like, especially when it gets to the roof, like do like different things. It's like not all that safe to actually get to the
I didn't want to do that shit then. And then we finally get on the roof, and I remember me and you up there, we cleaning the bowl, you know, trying to see what's going on, and Gunny keep calling my phone, talking about some, hey man, you don't see what's wrong with it, why it's not working? I'm like, nah, we don't see. You know what I'm saying? There's so much grease in here, we can't get to it. And then finally me and you get all the grease out, and we get down to the bottom, and it's a fucking big ass bird trapped in it. You don't remember that?
I do not remember.
Bro, it was a Chinese spot in North Augusta, bro. It had a bird trapped in the top. That's why the fan wasn't spinning in the bowl.
I feel like I slightly remember something like that, but not fully, but.
And then the crazy part about it was like the bird was in the bowl because he was like chasing a rat. There was a rat stuck in there too.
Oh wow! Yeah, I definitely don't remember that.
Gunny remember. If Gunny hear this, he'll know what I'm talking about.
Pulling some birds out of stuff. Though.
Yeah.
Like, stuck in their grease.
Why the hell do birds want to go in there?
I don't even know. I guess like maybe they smell the food sometimes or something and then get stuck. Like that's what I see. They usually get stuck because, you know, that grease on that roof, boy, it gets sticky and shit. Like, it get all clumped together and all that. It's, like, soft and hard. It's, like, tall almost. It's like,
yeah.
So, like, yeah, a bird, a small one can't move. Like, and then that fan get cut on and they fucked up.
The motherfucker's stupid, dog. Birds, just like pigeons and shit, they some dumbass animals, bro. You know what I'm saying? Not all birds, just like pigeons and shit.
Pigeons are really, they something, because they don't be wanting to move. Like, a pigeon just look at you.
Pigeon's
like,
dumb as hell, bro. I seen a video of a rat fucking up a pigeon. I was like, bro, you a fucking bird, bro. You supposed to fuck this rat up. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about Pokemon. I'm like, what was the shit name? Pidgeotto? And then the rat name was Rattata something. I'm like, Pidgeotto definitely will fuck up Ratta, whatever the fuck the name of the Pokemon is.
I don't even remember their names. I remember there was a bird one, though.
Yeah.
But
I don't remember it word for word. I just randomly remember that
if
shit.
it was a flying thing, though, you would think, like, you know what I'm saying, you would have the advantage.
Yeah, but for some reason they don't. But yeah, bro. So what happened? I was working with your pops, and I think I went off to school after that. Then I came back and I hit him up and was like, man, I ain't gonna lie, I'm working all these jobs in Atlanta. Yeah, I moved to Atlanta after school, and I was like, dawg, this shit ain't the move. And he was like, man, I've been telling y'all for years, like, y'all should get y'all own Jam Pro business. Yeah. And I was like, man, I'm gonna come out there and, you know, holler at you and goddamn try it out or whatever. I'm gonna be honest, dawg, when I was working with him, I was like, oh, this shit easy breezy. If this how it go or whatever. He had introduced me to the people at Jam Pro. Yeah. I was like, this is easy breezy, dog. But I remember talking to a couple people that was interested in Jam Pro too, and they all kept asking me, like, is it a scam? And I was like, what? I'm like, nah. But I ended up getting my own Jam Pro business, and I was like, oh, this shit ain't as easy as Gunny was saying it was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What kind of experience you had with Jam Pro?
I still was working through him, so, like, mine wasn't that bad. Like, I still did the meetings and stuff and all that, so I never, like, did my own. But I know from him, like, it's like, you basically, like, you put your money in, then they supposed to promise you so much business back.
Yeah.
But it's like, it ain't no telling how long it's going to take till you actually get to that amount of business that they promise you back, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, you can't always recruit as fast as, like, you would like to, like, and you don't even have, like, the power to, like, when you want to, like, when you want to expand and do different things and all
See,
that.
bro, dog, the thing about Jam Pro, and now I see why people was asking, is it a scam or not, is because when you're dealing with Jam Pro, you're basically dealing with this big corporation. Yeah. So it's like a lot of shit comes with that. It's a lot of good things that come with it, but it's also a lot of fucked up things. Like, first getting into it, I understood the paperwork. I understood how everything went. Like, basically what you do is you buy into the franchise and you purchase a business. Yeah. But I think how they try to sell it to you is it's your own business. You go get your own business license and all that. Yeah. That's where they get you. I think that's where they get you. Because at the end of the day, you ain't nothing but like a bona fide supervisor for them.
Yeah, you basically like a contractor.
Yeah, that's it. So then you put the down payment on the business. You can finance some money to make your business bigger, and they promise you X amount of dollars a month, and they'll continue to give you these accounts, and they got X amount of time to promise it, or whatever. And I remember I first put down the money I put down. I don't think I got a huge contract. That's something funny though. Your pops actually told me that was around the time I got that sports card. I moved into this crib, and he was like, bro, you just got a house? You just got a car? He was like, you got credit cards? I was like, yeah. He was like, how much credit you got on these credit cards? I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I've been working on this shit since I was 18, so I probably got like 25 grand. He was like, you got 25 grand and you only 24? I was like, yeah. He was like, that's good as fuck. He was like, take that whole 25 and put it on your business. And I was like, I don't think that's a good idea. He was like, trust me, you're going to make the money back. You'll be all right. I actually thought about it because I wanted Damo to do it with me. Yeah. So I was going to do it. Yeah. But I talked to my moms, and my mom was like, baby, that's a horrible idea. Yeah. She was like, just start small and see how it go first before you jump out there like that. And I'm glad I listened to her because, bro, don't get me wrong. There's only really two people that I ever had in my life that, like, taught me some shit, and I'll listen to them. My mom, that's number one. And then Gunny was number two. You know what I'm saying? So I was ready to listen to it, bro. But I'm glad I didn't because I got into it with Jam Pro. And at first, I ain't gonna lie, shit was going good. My first job I did, though, was bad. I had a job on Fort Gordon. It was a strip and wax, the little gas station when you first get on base. Yeah. I was supposed to strip and wax that. I think the contract was $1,000 even, or it was like $900 and some change. So, you know, I'm instantly happy as hell. I've been stripping and waxing floors for years. Yeah. So I'm like, this ain't nothing. I get in there, they tell you, like, it's only a window of like 5 hours you got. I'm like, cool, ain't no big deal. Gunny let me hold his van, let me hold all his equipment. I get in there, dog, the floor was shot the fuck out. I'm talking about. It was worse than any floor I had ever seen before. They didn't tell me, like, I had to move everything off the floor, which took an hour. Then it's going to take me an hour to put it back. So, of course, I fucked that job up. And that's my first one. But, bro, going on, I want to say after I was there for like a year and some change, I started losing accounts, bro. And I was losing accounts for dumb shit, and they was taking them from me for dumb shit, too. That's when I knew. I was like, bro, this corporate life just ain't for me, dog. That shit crazy, bro.
Yeah. I didn't lose no accounts until like towards the end when I was like, when I had moved back and stuff. I moved like to Aiken or whatever.
What'd you lose your accounts for?
Dumb shit too. Or just be like people complaining about stuff. That's just like the little things, like it's you little tedious things. Like that's the thing too about like office environment, because you always got one person or that's always like the complaint.
It's two-faced people too. Like I ain't gonna say the lady name, but it was a lady that worked up there, and she used to always like tell me what was going on up there or whatever. And come to find out, I had found out that I knew another franchise owner, and they had took the account from him so they can give it to her. But she didn't know I knew him like that. Yeah. So I had told homie straight up, like, and he used to work for Gunny too. Yeah. I had told him straight up, like, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. They took your account so they can give it to somebody else. And that's when I knew, like, hey, Slim, they gonna do the same shit to you one day. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it happened to me too.
Yeah. And I think that's probably why people say, like, it's a scam or whatever, because they do stuff like that or whatever. Like, yeah. So, like, now when you was new person or whatever, now they might take an account from somebody else so they could, you know what I'm saying? Get
compensate them for somebody else.
Get them working or whatever.
It almost feel like a pyramid scheme, right? For real. It started feeling like a pyramid scheme after a while. That's why I was like, I wasn't really like mad about getting up out the business, because I'm like, this shit's starting to feel shaky.
Yeah. But I think it all balance out, but it's just like...
It's politics.
Yeah, I think they just be... When they first started it, they were able to do that. Like, so many people, they were able to keep on giving business packages out and all that. Mm-hmm. But now it probably feel more like that, because after you get so drawn out, it's like, well, where you going to pull accounts from when you got everything? You already got all your people doing stuff. You know? But basically, like, it's like politics. Like, you know, like, politicians will promise you something that they ain't fully got set in stone yet, but it's a working process, you know what I'm saying? But to you, they telling you like, oh yeah, we definitely got that. It's locked in. We got you. You know
promising you some bullshit.
That's why everything to me rationalized back to like little street shit. Like when you that nigga that's selling and you only want to sell the nigga .8, but you like, yeah, son, come through, yo, I got you. You get people, because when somebody there, when you promising them things and they there, like, it's different. So if they halfway kind of shaky with it, but then you sign up and they give you a building, you like, oh man, they was tripping, man. They gave me a building right away.
And that's
away.
The thing they do, like, dog, they dangle some shit in your face to make you feel better, like something bad happened. Like, bro, I'll never forget, they had promised me this account I really wanted, and they gave it to somebody else, a newer person, because that's what they do. Yeah. And they came back and was like, man, I got a way better account for you. That shit a little cheaper, but it's a way better one. It's easy as hell. But that account ended up being the worst account I had. Matter of fact, the first account they gave me was like $400 a month, bruh. Bruh, it was a clubhouse, bruh. And it was nothing but racist people in that bitch. And they wanted shit spotless, and it's like, there was nothing in there, though. Yeah. So it's like, what am I cleaning up? Y'all got a fucking ballroom. That shit crazy, bro.
Just clean that. How often did you have to clean it, though?
I think it was just once a week. It was like Sundays.
Okay,
yeah. Yeah, it wasn't that bad, but... but what happened was... So when I first started out, this is the biggest mistake I made. Let's get into the business part. This is the biggest mistake I made when I first got into Jam Pro. I let all my friends work with me. I fucked up bad. Yeah. That was horrible. Like that first job I told you I went to, I had one of my friends that's actually a good worker with me. He was straight. But I had another one of my homeboys that's not a good worker. Nigga came in that bitch with a skinny jeans sagging. And I actually had a conversation with him about why he shouldn't sag his pants in a work environment. And he was like, bro, you sound like the white folks. I'm like, bro, that's nigga's problem, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. As soon as you start talking something like, go straighten up, get it all together, man, you sound like them crackers, man.
It's like, bro, dog, we ain't never gonna have no good shit if we gonna keep this mentality, bro. Then on top of that, like, if you see your homeboy trying to do something good, you should want to support it. Like, bruh, do the right thing, my nigga. Don't be in here with your pants sagging and cussing loud and playing music on your phone. Like, bruh, what's up with y'all? See, I start feeling like Gunny. I'm like, this the shit Gunny was going through when we was working with him.
Because you never get it till it's your own and you got something to lose. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's
especially
exactly what
when
it
you're
is.
young, too. People want to make a statement, too. You're young, especially in them 20s and teen years. You want to be like, yeah, let them see my pants sagging because I'm the shit. I'm that nigga. Like, you know, stop, dog. They looking at you like, this clown?
They don't take you serious. And then, see, me, dog, they wasn't the ones going in and out of these meetings. Me, I'm the ones going in and out the meetings. So I'm hearing the things these people saying, and I'm dealing with things. Like, one time, Gunny sent me to do a hood. And I'm gonna say who it is. It was the cheesecake place on Peach Orchard Road, and the lady that owned the place. I walk in, and I guess the people don't know. The people don't know. I'm coming. Do I want some spaghetti? I do not eat spaghetti, but the people don't know I'm coming. And what happened? Oh, so they called her or whatever, and she the person there hands me the phone. I'm talking to the lady. And the first question she asked me is, how old are you? Mm-hmm. And I go, huh? Excuse me? She was like, how old are you? And I think at the time I was, 24? And I'm like, I'm 24. And she's like, are you old enough to do a job like this? I was like, yeah. And she was like, what's your boss's number? Let me call him. She calls Gunny, and Gunny cusses her ass out. Like, what you worried about how old he is for? Like, why does that matter, dog? You know what I'm saying? So, bruh, I basically knew, like, dog, when you young and you in business, people don't take you serious. No. So I think that's what separated, like, my mindset from my friend's mindset.
Yeah. It's like where everybody at now. Now, like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's getting up to close to 30 or 30 or whatever. Now it's starting to change a little bit. But, yeah, definitely when you're young, everybody just, like, still want to play around and joke and shit. And it's fucked up because part of you want to be was like, damn, that's just like it. And like, yeah, if we wasn't here, I could play around and be all joking with you. But we here, yo, we doing something like right now.
And they looking at you like, bro, you changing, you all uptight now and shit. Like, nah, bro, I got shit I got to do now, bro.
Like,
but,
we want to play Gucci and with strip floors.
Yeah. But, bro, I never forget, though, dog, what really changed my mindset because I just kept letting my friends work with me. I think I ended up talking to Gunny, and we was doing a job. We was having, conversation, and I was telling him how, like, I was trying to put somebody on Jam Pro or whatever. He was telling me why that was a bad idea. And I was like, nah, if I can do this shit, they can do it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And Gunny was like, look, I'm about to tell you some real shit. And he was like, I hope you're ready for this, dog. He told me, and I will never forget this for the rest of my life, and I use this line all the time. He said, somebody got to flip the burger. That's it. Just simple as that. And I sat there thinking about it like, what is this nigga talking about? You know what I'm saying? He just kept saying that shit over again. Somebody got to flip the burger, baby. And I'm like, huh? Then he just kept talking, and then it clicked to me. I was like, oh, okay, I know what he's saying. There's workers and there's bosses. So all your friends can't come with you. Then I start thinking about that time when he fired everybody and just let me and you work. Because I never could understand why. Because, Turt and Damo, the one that put me on the job, never could understand why. I was like, why would he fire me? Why would he fire them and keep me when they put me on the job? But then I thought about it. I was like, it's because me and you had a mentality the rest of them didn't have. Like, we knew when to fuck around and when to work. More so you than me, though. I'm going to be honest. Because I used to be on that bullshit, too. I ain't gonna sit here and lie.
Nah, I had to work with my dad shit. So
yeah.
Even though there's some shit back then though that probably like now wouldn't definitely handle the same way. Would have been.
Why you say that?
Because I definitely was always high smoking everywhere. Didn't care. Now I try to be more low key on smoking. It's probably not so we smell like bud everywhere.
You still fucking with the Jam Pro thing?
Nah, I don't do nothing as far as Jam Pro. I still do some cleaning. I was doing that like for work when I was in Colorado. Mm-hmm. So I've been out there doing that and just doing like deliveries and stuff, other odd jobs and whatnot. I just been trying to explore though. I did the little boss thing for a minute or whatever. It was cool and all that, but I do carpet cleaning out there, so like that's like different.
Oh yeah, carpet cleaning is a little easier.
Yeah, we do like carpet and tile. We do stripping and waxing too, but it was all just it's more simple. It's more like organized and stuff like that. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes going with Pops, it'd be like, what? Who gonna show up? Is he gonna have everything when he show up? All of that. It just be like, yo, because sometimes it be haphazard because he be doing so much stuff. You know what I'm saying? And like here, they just got this focus. You know what I'm saying?
He's real good at like working off of being unorganized though.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
never was good at that.
That's him. Like he doesn't need like much, you know. He doesn't need much, and he'll like his mind state is get it done. So like he'll find a way to get it done. But like when it's everybody else around you, they gotta be like that too. Otherwise, it ain't gonna like mesh well. So like me, it'd be like more organized and stuff. Like
Yeah.
like me, I try to like keep everything in order. Like, all right, this person gonna keep on doing that thing. That person gonna keep on doing that thing.
And also, Gunny went through so many workers, bro. So it's like, how do you stay organized with that when you got a new worker every day?
That is the hard part too. Our uncle in New York said that too. He's like, yo, the human element is always like the hardest part. Like, not what you could do, but like when you're running a business, what all your employees gonna do. Like,
Yeah.
you're gonna have good ones. You're gonna have consistently good ones, all that. That'd be more harder than like just you doing it by yourself. But you can't always make as much money when it's you doing it by yourself. You gotta start hiring people.
You gotta expand.
Yeah. That's why I say, like, if I do business again, like, I do it on, like, that scale, like, I would have, like, somebody doing the hiring or whatever. Because I know I'm not good at picking people up. Like, I fired motherfuckers.
Why you feel like that?
I don't know, because, like, especially with the cleaning thing, it's harder to find people. So when you find somebody that just, like, show up consistently, like, that's
That's the hard part.
So somebody that show up consistently and clean okay, it's just like, okay, I'm going to try this person. But then if they start slacking off, and you're like, dang, I gotta, especially like when you got multiple people, as soon as you fire somebody, now you gotta go and do that building or whatever. Now that's gonna mess up your schedule until you find somebody. Then you might have to go through people that you actually find that really actually like the job and all that and want to stay on. And then actually stay on for a while and be good or whatever. Because like you said, like, you gotta do all that, and then you gotta fire people too on top of everything else. Like the firing, like that's the hard part with the friends and like family and stuff. Like you gotta fire a friend or family now. They don't want to be your friend or whatever. Like
I seen you do it a couple times. I would laugh my ass off watching you do it too. See me dog, when I had my business, it was more so one of those things where I just, if I didn't want you working with me no more, I just stopped calling you. You know what I'm saying?
What if they show up to the building?
They not, because how I had it set up. I ain't gonna lie though, I had got to the point where like I was about to put some more money into it and I was about to grow my business and make it bigger.
Yeah.
But I just was like, nah, I'm actually gonna downsize and just start doing everything myself.
Yeah.
And I really fucked up there too. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like I was just, it's like I was just there too much, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was just too much risk, dog. I didn't lose no money doing Jam Pro, but I did a lot of shit I regret. And like I said, like I was spending a lot of my money I should have been investing into the business. I felt like in my head I was like, okay, I'm doing the right thing or whatever as far as my money go because I'm paying up on my bills. But like the money that I should have had periods where like I was struggling a little bit because I was putting that money into my business. And I didn't have those times. Yeah. Nigga, I was drinking Hennessy every day. You know what I'm saying? I was buying bottles of Hennessy every day, dog. Especially when I was working for your pops too.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm getting like $1,800 a month from him. I'm getting like $2,000-$3,000 from my business. I'm like, bro, I'm about to live, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking trips to Florida for like a week at a time and shit. I'm like, bro, I'm about to live, bro. Realistically, I fucked up though. I fucked up buying sports cars. I fucked up taking all them trips, not investing the money into my business. Yeah. And that's why now I'm more business minded. So like, I actually do well with my business now. You know what I'm saying? Because of those times. And Gunny was telling me too. Gunny was like, you know, you need to put more money into Jam Pro and woo. But I also didn't see no growth with them because I would hear them like say little shit under their breath, like, you know, oh, these are our guys we're going with, and it would always be Howard, Gunny, and like two more people. Yeah. And I'm like, bro, I used to tell Chaz, because Chaz used to be with Jam Pro. I think he still is. Yeah. I used to tell him, like, bro, they ain't never gonna let us be in those positions, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And he used to be like, man, shit, I'm just here, goddamn, getting it while they're getting good. I'm like, bro, I don't think I can stay here and we ain't gonna advance nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And they told me straight up it's because of how old we were. And I don't think that shit fair, dog.
Presenting you to clients is harder than presenting like a 40-year-old person.
Yeah, that's true too though. Cause like I remember going into meetings with like I think her name was Leslie. And you know, I walk in there. Matter of fact, it's a building up Bel Air Road. I had just got that account. It's like a medical call center. And they had just got that account or whatever. They had owed me some money. So they gave me the account. And I had to go in there for like the first initial meet. I don't know why I had to go in there with them. Because, you know, you normally don't do that. Yeah. I had to go with them for some reason. And we get in there, whatever. And the lady, she's just looking at me the whole time. She's not paying Leslie no attention. She's just staring at me. And she's just asking me the most randomest questions, bro. I'm talking about random shit like, do you have pets? I'm like, no. Then finally she just busts out and goes, how did you get with Jam Pro? How old are you? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, bruh, I see why they don't want to put us in these positions now, dog. Because it's like, I don't know why people think it's just weird for you to be young and be the boss of something. Did you ever get them vibes?
They just want to know, like, especially like when you're young with like stuff. People are like, yo, what did you do? Like, what came about? Like I think this one dude that we had working with us, I had this Buick at the time, and he was like, and I had the sunroof was broken, right? He was like, "Oh, you see that, man?" He said something about it. He was like, "See, your dad bought you the car that you can't maintain." I was like, "I bought this car."
Yeah.
Like, if you younger though, like everybody they gonna think like it's somebody like that, and you're like it's somebody in your corner that like, you know, that stimulated like why you got there.
Bro, they did me the same way. Like everybody that used to ask me about the business, and especially my friends, they all would be on some shit like, you know, curious and like trying to figure out and spreading rumors like, oh, how did you get the money for the business? And I'm thinking like, bruh, I didn't even put that much down. Like I only put $5,000 down. Nigga, you can't come up with $5,000?
That's hard to come by, though.
Them niggas is, like Gunny said, somebody gotta flip the burger. You know what I'm saying?
It's hard to come by, and it's not at the same time. Like if you like what are you willing to sacrifice to like do it or whatever? Like everybody ain't willing to like go through any type of burdens to get to that or whatever. Yeah. You've always been like really conservative and shit. Even back then when we used to talk, like when we worked together and shit, you always was like that. Yeah. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, for you to have spread like that wouldn't be surprising to me. Yeah. That would know you like and talk to you like that or whatever, and know that like, oh, the nigga cheap. The nigga not cheap because he broke though. The nigga cheap because he don't want to. He don't want to spend the bread on all the extra shit. Like,
I always been like that, dog.
Yeah, like if we go into the fast food, if you got some bread, nigga, we got 2 separate orders. Like it ain't never.
Yeah, I always been like that. I ain't gonna lie, dog, because like, especially around those times, I always felt like I had to make my money make money. You know what I'm saying? It never was one of them things where it was like, shit, I'm going to take this $2,000 check and I'm going to make sure I have a good weekend with my friends and show them that I got some money. I don't give a fuck about that. I just don't want to be the person your dad talking about gonna flip the burger. I just had that in my mind, like, bruh, I got to get this money up because I cannot be the nigga flipping the burger, bruh. Because he is not gonna be in these buildings talking about me like he talking about my friends. That shit just ain't gonna happen, dog. So that's why I was saving my money up, and I did what I did, bruh, because it just ain't nothing like having your own, bruh. And that's where niggas fuck up at, like not having that drive to want to do something or want to accomplish something. Because I honestly felt like most of the people around me could have did the same shit too. And they just didn't. And then when I did it, they started saying little stupid shit like, man, anybody could have did that shit. Why you ain't do it? You know what I'm saying? Why you ain't do it? Like, especially one of my friends, he was like, shit, I'm gonna get me a Jam Pro business. Nigga, go do it. I ain't stopping you. I can't can't control it. I don't own Jan Pro. You know what I'm saying? All my business license say is Rotland LLC. It don't say nothing about no Jan Pro.
They do be upset. That's the thing about like different places though. Like that's why I like, especially here, Augusta, it's gonna definitely be like that. Cause you get on, it's like a crab and barrel mentality.
Yeah.
Like once you start shining and getting on all that, cause you are probably gonna have to change a little bit. That's just usually how it goes. Like when you're young, you want to think like that. You be like, oh, you ain't gotta change. You could be like this, that. And anybody that's like showing you that they don't have to change is usually putting on a facade. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And
like,
bro, you know what's funny?
like
I remember riding in the van with you and having a conversation about that. Because I think I had got into it with like, I don't know, Joe or somebody. And he was like, nigga, you changing and woo. And I remember like venting to you about, I think we was going to Columbia. And I was like, nigga, bro, I seen a Jay-Z interview and Jay-Z was talking about, of course I changed. Nigga, you think I came this far to stay the same?
That's one of the memes now. Like,
that quote, remember, I was talking about that shit back
quote.
then. I was like, bro, I ain't come this far to stay the same. Like, nigga, I got a whole business, nigga. I can't be playing with you, my nigga.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. He was talking about people getting fired. I think either my dad or I had to fire Joe, and he was so upset. He was mad, bro. He was big mad. He was saying it was y'all fault too. Like, he said it was you. I think it said Tay. He's like, man, that nigga's fault, man.
Bro, he always got somebody to blame, dog. He don't never take accountability for anything he does, bro. That's most people though. Like it's always the white man's fault or the Illuminati's fault or it's always these magical people that's the reason for their downfall. Like them niggas will not pay their bills and be like, man, bro, I would have paid my bills, but man, you know, Donald Trump tripping. Like, bro, you don't know Donald Trump. This nigga, you ain't never even paid taxes before. You know what I'm saying? You never did your taxes before. You talking about Donald Trump tripping.
I'm saying you talking about, you said black Republicans. You said they calling you a Republican.
Bruh, that shit started around that time when I got into Jan Pro with the whole black Republican thing. Because it's like, you know, when you start getting a little bit more money, your mindset starts to change a little bit. You start being a little more aware of what's going on. Like, honestly, around that time is when I start paying attention to politics. Before that, I didn't give a fuck about no damn politics. But then, you know, now I'm paying taxes and shit. Yeah. And paying a lot of taxes. So I'm trying to figure this out. I'm like, man, you know, what's going on in society or whatever. Then, you know, you start doing your own research and coming up with your own ideals. And then that's when niggas start calling you a Republican and a white man. And like in the last podcast I put out, I was telling Blue, I was like, Blue, you probably don't know this, but I'm about to put you on game. You're a Republican.
In the mind state.
Yeah. Like your whole mind state is a Republican. Like me, I'm clearly in the center. You're far right, my nigga. Like super far right. That's where all that shit start coming.
That'd be the crazy thing about like if it's extremeness on either side, it's gonna sound like that. Like if you talk to somebody that's like a white person and they're like extremely about like things for white people or whatever like that, yo, it's gonna sound like that, like Klan rhetoric or whatever. But if you talk to a black person and they're gonna have like the same kind of rhetoric. At the end of the day, it's just gonna be for black people. Any kind of
extremist. I say that about like, dog, my homeboy got a word for women that's really into that, you know, that I'm a strong woman. Yeah. Motherfuckers like that, he call them feminazis.
That's the word though. That's the internet shit though.
See, like it makes sense though, cause like, first off, I'ma say this, dog. I don't think black women have any reason to be a feminist. Like, that feminism shit is for white women, dog. It's for white women. Because, like, okay, let me explain, because I know you thinking, like, this nigga crazy. But it's like, bro, black women literally have no reason to hate black men. Like, we ain't never beef with them ever before. So, like, now why do you just up and decide, oh, I hate black men. All black men ain't shit. Nigga, where the fuck did that come from?
I mean, that's always been around and niggas ain't shit.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Some of us ain't shit. You're right. You're right. Some of us ain't shit. But you can't just put us all in a bubble and be like, oh, all men ain't shit. No, that's not true. But that's where that feminazi shit come from.
Yeah. That part, if it's that like you're saying, to the feminazi extreme, but I think it's like basic feminism is just like wanting to have like the same type of, be able to do the same things and be judged the same way.
And see, that I agree with, though.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if a nigga send dick pics, he's just like being with a nigga. But if a bitch sending pussy pics to everybody, she like, oh, whoa, that bitch out there, boy. Why are you just trying to get pussy?
Can we talk about that a little bit, dog? Bro, like, my homeboy, he posted on Twitter, and he was like, bruh, y'all niggas gotta be some different type niggas that just be sending random bitches dick pics. bruh, have you ever did that before? Be honest, it's a safe place. It's a safe place.
I never done no random. I done sent a pic after I was asked for a pic. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I ain't never just gonna like be like, yo, what's up? Here's my dick. Like, yo, I seen a girl say that. Like, she was like, yo, would you like go into a bar and like do that shit? Then what make you think?
I think some niggas would. Like, we was talking about Joe earlier. I've seen Joe do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas will. Bruh, honestly, I've never sent a girl my dick pic before. Like, ever, dog. I done had some acts and I just was like, nah, I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I always have this fear of like,
is this shit gonna get leaked and shit?
Yes. Bro, I have a big phobia of being famous and waking up with my dick all over the internet. I have this huge phobia because I remember being young and like, I went through a phase where I used to record myself fucking all the time. I think every kid did. Well, probably not every kid, but my sister did. I definitely did.
You had to be a little bit fly to get a bitch like really like to knowingly record.
Yeah. Like, so you know, I thought I was that guy. I used to go to school proud, like nigga, look what I did this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Playing it on the screen in the school goddamn IT building and shit. I was tripping, bro. But I remember somebody asking me like, bruh, if TMZ came up to you tomorrow and offered you like 10 bands, bruh, would you goddamn sell them the video? And I remember thinking like, the only way that could be possible is if this person gets famous. So let's say I had a dick pic I sent to a girl when I was young, and I fuck around and, you know, I blow up doing some shit, and she just leaks my shit on the internet, bruh. Like, that's a big phobia I have, so that's why I'm on some shit. You could always
spin that, though, either way, honestly. At that point, you can say it's not you.
Yeah, that's true.
You can say it's not, as long as ain't no face.
The baby said it wasn't him. You know what I'm saying? He said it wasn't him, but I wouldn't want my dick all over the internet, dog. Yeah. And then I just think it's creepy, like, bro, the whole, like, how do you do it? Like, do you try to, like, get her to arouse you while you're texting? And then, like, do you send it to her where it's, like, on chub, or do you send it to her when it's, like, fully erect? Like, I don't even know how you go through the process of it.
I'll go with fully erect. That's the only.
That's it, just fully erect?
Yeah, and sometimes maybe, like, a remote or something for a size reference.
Yeah.
A size reference.
And then, so, like,
in the right light, and you need some good lighting, you know?
Bruh, so then how do you, like, what angle do you take it from? Do you take it from, like, the POV angle, or do you take it from the side? You know what I'm saying? The POV. Like, bruh, all right, I'm about to tell you a funny story, dog. This shit funny as hell, bruh. All right, so one time, this nigga Damo, I talked about this on my podcast before. Damo is really into those dating sites, like POFs and Tinders. He's banned from Tinder.
Oh, God.
He actually called me today and said he tried to get back on Tinder and they banned his ass again.
What is he doing?
I don't know, bro. He made a whole new profile. They banned this nigga again. But he put Joe on that shit. So Joe was on there. You know, this is Joe's first time on there. And Joe was showing me this girl. And he was like, man, bro, this bitch mounted up, bro. Look at these pictures, Slim. I'm looking at the pictures. I'm like, damn, shawty actually straight. You know what I'm saying? She's straight. And then he was like, man, this bitch just keeps sending me these pictures and shit, bro. I said, bro, she sending you these shits because, goddamn, y'all having phone sex. I said, bro, I know you sent to the hammer. And nigga was like, nah, I ain't even sending nothing. I said, Joe. So he told me to read the messages. I read the messages. Click the pictures and shit. I said, Joe, so if I go to the left, you ain't gonna have no dick pics on here. He said, hell nah, just pictures of her. Bro, I swiped to the left. My nigga was in the mirror, in this bathroom mirror up here, in my crib, turned to the side with his baggy ass black tee on, holding his dick with the left hand and taking a picture from the side in the mirror, bruh. I was like, bruh. I said, dog, this is the grossest dick pic I ever thought of in my life, bruh.
Not only is you showing me your dick, like I asked you, but then you did it in my crib.
I clearly asked this nigga. I said, bruh, you ain't got no dick pics in here. He said, hell nah, nigga, I ain't seen that bitch no dick pic. Bruh, when I seen that shit, I just bust out laughing. That nigga passed out. He was laughing so hard. That nigga was like, bruh, you know I was just playing. I said, nah, bitch. I know you said that shit. But yeah, bro, you got to be a different kind of creep to goddamn just send a random bitch a dick pic.
Yeah, random dick pics is definitely weirdo shit.
What kind of mindset you think they have when they do it? You think they'd be like, oh, she definitely gonna fuck when she see this? Like, they be on some shit like,
I don't even know, because I can't really rationalize, like, this how I'ma lead. Like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, yo.
It's kind of like the strategy to a boxing match. Like, instead of coming in, like, warming up with the jab and then throw the hook, I'ma just come in with the goddamn knockout punch. Soon as they ding the bell, I'm coming with the goddamn flying knee kick. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming with the flying knee kick, nigga. I'm busting in like Connor with the fucking shoulder shots. Like, soon as the bell go ding, that's the mindset you gotta have to send that dick pic. Just randomly.
Just randomly. Random now at older random pussy pics scare me, because I'm like, bitch, why is you just randomly sending your pussy? Like, this is like
I ain't never had no girl send me a random pussy pic. Not no random girl.
Yeah.
Are we talking about random girls or like somebody you dealing with? Just random girls? Yeah, I ain't never had that, bro. That'll be extra weird.
You understand that? You be like, oh, what?
It's kind of weird to like think of like both sides, like dealing with something as a man and dealing with something as a woman. I'm gonna be honest, like a woman getting a dick pic, that sounds scary as fuck to me. But as a man, me getting a random bitch sending me a pussy pic, it's like, it's just awkward.
You like, why? What does she want? What do you?
Yeah. And like, why did you send me that? And dog.
You say it's sexual assault when a nigga do it right there. You send that dick pic like, nigga, whoa, what are you doing?
Yeah. Like, it's aggressive. And you know, men are naturally more aggressive, so it's like, you kind of could see a nigga just sending a random girl a dick pic. But a woman sending a pussy pic randomly, it's like, what's up with you, shawty?
Like, you say hi and she send that back. You're like, oh, whoa.
Yeah.
I think it's stupid. It'd probably be a random, when there was some random pics that would get excited. It'd be like, all right, baby, let's go. Rock and roll.
And it don't work like that. Bruh, I remember one time when I was in school, I think it was homecoming, I had went to this house party, and it was late as fuck at night. It wasn't even that many people in there. And it was this girl in the house party, bruh. This bitch was fine as fuck. I'm talking about, she looked like Kim Kardashian. Like, she was fine. And I walked in. I said, what's up to some people. I walked to the kitchen. I think it was me. It was like me and like 3 other people. I think it was like Serge and some other people. TJ was with me. And what happened? I think we went in the kitchen and I started rolling a blunt. And then she walks in the kitchen. She walks by everybody in the kitchen and she walks up to me and she whispers in my ear and goes, hey, do you want to go to the room with me and fuck? I just looked at her and was like, what? And then my nigga Serge looked at her and was like, bitch, what's wrong with you? And I'm thinking the same shit, because I'm like, bro, this bitch is too fine to just be walking up to me talking about some, do you want to go fuck? You know what I'm saying? Either this bitch thinking I got money because how I walked in here, or this bitch got AIDS. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it couldn't have been nothing else. Either she thinks I got money and she want to set me up, or this bitch got AIDS. That's just how I'm thinking, because like, bruh, what's the odds of like a fine ass bitch coming up to you and just wanting to smash like that? It's, well, like going about it like that way, like so direct.
It's very low.
Especially like, you know.
That's how it be though. Like when you say them random shit, it's like It ain't no Denzel, Brad Pitt looking motherfucker that's sending random dick pics. Like,
Yeah.
that ain't happening. Like,
Exactly.
chicks probably wouldn't be as mad. That's what it was. It's pretty niggas, and it was all well-sized penises, and it was all good and all that shit. Attached to a nigga with abs? Nah, it's the ugly nigga with the catted face. You like,
The 50 Tyson looking nigga. 50 Tyson looking nigga sending a dick pic talking about some girl, what's up? I wonder if my nigga Damo ever just sent a random dick pic. You think he has, though?
I don't know.
I'm about to call him, man.
Oh, God.
What you think? You got to guess which one. You think he did it or not?
I don't know. Maybe.
Bro, I'm about to call this nigga.
You say maybe. I feel like he has before.
Hey, Damo.
Yeah.
I'm recording on my podcast. I got to ask you a question.
All right.
Have you ever just sent a random bitch your dick pic? Like, just led with the dick pic?
Nah.
Have you ever thought about it?
No.
So, like, what's the requirement for you to send a dick pic, though?
I don't send dick pics.
At all?
Nah.
Damo, you're lying.
I don't send dick pics, bro.
So you ain't never sent a bitch a dick pic?
Alright, twice. But
So how'd you send it? Like, did she ask you for it and you sent it?
nah, that bitch said goddamn, that pussy like goddamn 10 times. And then you goddamn send the dick. Right?
What you send a dick and say?
I was like, shit.
He's saying it with the dick, right?
I deserve this shit, bitch.
So what she say back to you after you send a dick pic?
That bitch be sitting in the eye like, god damn, what I got a long truck, bitch.
You said it got a what truck?
So that bitch like, damn, boy, you got a long truck, boy. You got
A long truck.
What the fuck is he talking about?
You said the bitch the one that bitch like, you got a long truck, boy. You got a goddamn big beat. Fuck it, bro.
Yo,
I said dick twice, bro, dog. For real, I'm gonna keep it a boy. I gotta keep it a boy. I said no more capping in 2020. I sent a dick twice to a bitch, bro. That's it. But that shit ain't. I don't do that shit for real though, bro. That ain't ass. I ain't going for it.
oh, you done ate ass before though?
I ain't never ate ass.
Never in your life.
Ever.
I don't believe you, bro.
I swear on everything, bro. I just ain't into that ass eating shit, bro. I just can't do it, bro.
What's wrong with it? Like, what's the problem with eating ass?
Nigga, this shit I take. You think I'm gonna leave a bitch ass? Hell no. Bitch, I take some wild ass shit. You think I'm gonna
Would you let a bitch eat his ass?
Hell no, bro.
Damo, would you let a bitch eat your ass?
That can't happen either.
Hey, Damo, I remember one time, and you better not lie, bro. I remember one time me and you was talking. It was back in the basement days. And you was like, ooh, boy, I love when a bitch eat my gooch. And I was like, eat your gooch? It's like the worst words to just pair together.
Nah, bro, the bitch can't eat that ass, but the bitch can't lick the gooch, bro. The bitch lick the gooch straight, bro.
Why you call it eating the gooch, though?
Whatever you call that shit. Bitch, when that bitch attack the gooch, that shit is straight. But that eat ass shit, hell nah, bro. That shit, I'm limited, bro.
Boy, you had ass. All right, Damo, I'm going to call you back, dog.
Yeah.
That nigga there crazy, bro. Bruh. What you think about eating ass?
I eat ass. I mean, it's all.
Yeah, dog, I'm gonna be honest, dog. If you down there eating pussy, like, you might as well just eat ass. That's just me. That's just how I think. I'm gonna be honest. I don't eat neither one, bro.
Yeah.
I don't, dog. Like,
Neither one.
Nah, dog. Like, I
So
said,
if you, not even if you got wifey, neither.
nah, dog. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I said I wasn't gonna say this on my podcast, but I ain't never even ate pussy before, bro. Ever.
It's terrible, man. You gotta learn.
No,
man.
dog. And see, now I'm about to be 30 years old. I'm like, what if I do that shit and I'm just so trash, bro? Because that's probably what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's awkward, dog. But I think the reason I never did it is because, like, I was never pressured to do it by somebody I fuck with. Like, growing up, every girlfriend I had was, like, on some, like, I don't like that shit. It's awkward, dog.
Yeah, I know some girls like that. It's seeming less and less, though. Like, it used to be like, that's the thing now. But all the female rappers talking about, what? Eat this shit, eat that shit. Now every girl, like, nigga, go down there and eat this shit.
It started to get weird, right? Like, especially, like, I'm starting to see more women that don't like penetration. And it's like, nigga, so you just want a nigga to eat you out every day? You don't like penetration? You might as well be gay. Now,
but what if it was that? What if y'all were both just doing oral and she had some bomb ass head? That's all she wanted. She just wanted you to give her some head, and she had some bomb ass head. That's all she wanted to do was suck you.
that's weird, dog, because it's like, I feel like it got to be my bitch, though. If it's not my bitch, I'm definitely not doing that shit.
Nah, I wouldn't
Yeah.
say that on, like, no, like, random ass, you know what I'm saying? Because even then, like, on random club dates, it's like, you don't want to, that one night stand, you don't really want to give her no head.
Because, bro, like, eating a girl out is way more personal than, like, a girl giving you head. Like, a girl give you head, like...
I think that's just like the standards that we go by though, cause like you don't know what this nigga dick been all day. You finna put this shit in your mouth, like. So I feel you. It's more. I think it's more personal because of how you think of a pussy, how you think of vagina, like you know what I'm saying. You thinking of it like the wound, all this stuff. You thinking of periods, all you thinking of everything that's associated with. And being like, yo, I gotta go down there. But you gotta think, piss come out your dick. So
it ain't nothing but piss, though. You wipe it off and move forward.
You see, that's a nigga statement there, though. Like, to the bitch, it's like, nigga, I don't want you pissing in my mouth. She might not be fucking with sucking dick like that. But she might just be like, well, shit, I know this gonna get that nigga hard so I can get my nut off. So. Hey,
ain't nothing wrong with a little head, man. But when we do it, it's a little more personal, dog. And it's like... nah, dog. Like, I gotta fuck with you, dog. It's kind of like when a girl give you head and then she go to kiss you afterwards. It's like you don't want to do it, but you do it so you can show her like, yeah, I'm comfortable with my dick. I know my dick is clean. I know my dick is clean, so I'm gonna kiss you after this. You know what I'm saying? Or you go to kiss her to show her like, yeah, I fuck with you. I still kiss you after you suck my dick. At least that's how I view it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I view it, bro.
But if it's like, honestly, if it's like a random, now this ain't no war, like, but like back in the day, it would have been a dub. Like, it would have been nothing. Like, you would have gave me some head and got no kiss. And just. I'm
gonna be honest, I still don't like that shit.
I only got one chick I really fuck with, so it's like, it ain't. No, like, and that's how it'll probably usually be. Like, even if, like, me and Shorty start falling out, it'll probably still be, like, one. You know, as opposed to, like, multiple. So, like, it wouldn't be none of, like, the extra questionable shit. The shit you can't never know. Like, you know what I'm saying? What they doing on the side, anything like that. But if you feel, you know, that trust is there, then you could do whatever, and not really think about it.
I feel the same way on that shit. I think Don Moore let a bitch eat his booty though. I think he was lying, bro. For sure, dog.
I done had a bitch eat my ass before. That shit one time.
You let her though?
Yeah, it was like whatever.
Was it one of those surprising moments? Or
Yeah,
was it like, okay,
it
okay.
Like, she was like, yo,
so
I'm finna eat
how did
your
she go
ass.
about this? How did she go about this?
She was giving me some head. She was just licking the balls, and it just kept going lower.
Did you like it?
Huh?
Did you like it?
Yeah. It was a little sensation.
Hey, see, that's the scary part. That's the scary part because it's like, what if she do it and you like it? It's kind of like,
gay? Now you gay.
Yeah, bro. I was just saying that about something like, hold on. First off, I had a girl try to eat my ass before too, dog, and it caught me off guard, and I freaked out and I snapped. I'm just not comfortable with it. But earlier I was telling my homeboy, it's kind of like about questioning your sexuality because we was talking about a stud bitch because he was telling me about this stud bitch or whatever, and Shawty kind of liked me.
Yeah.
So what had happened? I was telling him, I was like, you know, the scary thing, and this a while back I used to think of this. The scary thing about you fuck with a stud bitch is she takes her clothes off, and that's the moment you find out she has this amazing body. So you're naturally attracted to her, and you end up fucking her, and you go in on her, right? The next day you see her, this is after you done fucked her, and you know she was very attractive when she was butt-ass naked. The next day you see her, and Shawty sagging her pants with a 40-ounce beer in her hand. You know what I'm saying? So now it's kind of like, you questioning your sexuality because it's like,
why you
bruh,
think that's weird?
why did that arouse you last night? And now like she looks like a boy, and you're like, ugh. You know what I'm saying?
You think that's weird? Like if you see a stud chick and she's still pretty, dressed up in like boy clothes or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Dressed up in men's clothes, and you still think she pretty. You think that's like a questionable thing? Like now you like,
nah, not at all. Because honestly, dog, I'm attracted to women. So like, there's women that I see that dress like boys, and I'm like, this is a very cute girl.
no matter what. Right?
Yeah, like, let's be honest, dog. You probably gonna disagree, bro. And I was saying this the other day. Young and May is a pretty girl.
Yeah, have you ever seen old videos of her before?
Yeah, I seen a picture of her and her mama back in the day. She had a dress on. She was very pretty.
Yeah.
So, like, I just said this the other day. I was watching her music video, and I was like, this girl can really rap, but I can't take her serious 100% because she got titties. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like she talking this gangster shit, and that shit is flowing, bro. But like every 30 seconds, I just look down and notice she got titties.
So she can't. So like, would you see if you seen like Stoop from Off the Wire, you would look at her and think like that though?
I don't think she's a pretty girl. You know what I'm saying?
That's the difference.
Yeah, that's the difference. Yeah, that's the difference. So it's kind of like, oh, okay, you know, I see you, my nigga.
She can still be thuggish.
Yeah, but still, at the end of the day, I'm one of them type people where I still see a woman though.
Yeah.
Like I was telling Blue on our last podcast, I was like, bro, even if your son's gay, like he's still a man at the end of the day, and you have to raise him like a man. Yeah. So even when I see a stud, I'm like, you're still a woman. Like you still have periods and shit.
I seen a meme earlier. It was like I don't care if I'm a dyke. I ain't no man. Don't ask me to move no refrigerator. Don't do manly.
Hey, bro, that's how they be. Like they go to the club and goddamn want to pay $5 because women get in for $5, and it's like, nah, my nigga, you about to stand in line and pay 10, just like us.
I was at Cream one night and nigga was like that because it was a chick and she was definitely dressed up, baggy clothes, all that. He was like, he had separated the line. And she went to the female side. He like, man, y'all kill me, man. Cause now you get like the female benefits.
Yeah, it's kind of like you get the best of both worlds. That shit ain't fair, my nigga. That shit ain't fair.
Even if you a gay nigga, the gay nigga can't go to the girl side.
Yeah, unless he trans.
Yeah.
But that's where lines get shaky, cause like I don't know, dog. Trans people are real sensitive, bro. Like super sensitive. That shit's crazy.
Man. It's been a lot though. Like I think certain things though, like it's been like a lot of abuse over the years. So
but it's getting real. It's getting a lot better for them though.
It's getting better. It slowly gets better for everybody.
I hate when people compare like the gay struggle to the black struggle. That's just annoying for me, dog. Cause it's like, bruh.
They ain't go through as much.
Nah, bro, they don't. See, and I'm trying to like watch my words on this topic because I remember a girl told me stop talking about gay topics since I ain't gay. You know what I'm saying? So I've been trying to like avoid it, but it's like you can't help it, bro.
Gay and female topics, you should usually probably leave to the gay and the females, you know.
Especially the females when I got a lot of shit I want to say about females, but I be trying to be quiet because I just don't want to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, I be having some hot takes when it comes to females. Like, I think I put one online. I made a promo video about how women give horrible gifts. And they was on it. It's funny because, like, I had a lot of females hitting me up telling me how, I give amazing gifts. And they were telling me the type gifts they give. And I was like, oh, that's what's up. But in my head, I'm like, bitch, those are horrible gifts.
What were they saying?
Typical shit. You like shit you can guess, like Jordans and Nike socks and shit. Like that's a horrible gift. Like nigga, bro, look, I'm gonna tell you, I grew up loving Jordans. I done had hundreds of pairs of Jordans. If you give me a pair of Jordans for my birthday, I'm just gonna look at you and say thank you. And them bitches gonna go in the closet with the other 30 pair of Jordans in my fucking closet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's different. Like if she don't, if if she got you like some like super rare exclusive Jordans,
It's still the same for me, bro. Cause like it's always a thought that counts, right? So it's like there's no thought behind buying me a pair of Jordans.
I don't know. If it's them rare pair, it might be with certain colorways and shit. It might be some.
But see, then I'm gonna think Shawty's stupid because it's like, why did you just go and spend $500 on some sneakers? You know what I'm saying? Bitch, you could have took me to fucking Mexico, and you just spent $500 on some fucking sneakers. The fuck was you thinking, bro? That's something else I regret when I was young. After was it? I think before I started going to Georgia Southern, your pops fired me, and I was getting unemployment. Bro, I used to spend my unemployment checks on Jordans. Like every time a pair of Jordans came out, I would buy the Jordans with my unemployment check. Yeah, that was the stupidest shit in the world.
I went to the club on unemployment checks before.
Isn't it crazy what we do with the system? We be cheating the hell out of the system too, bro. Especially that money free. Like I ain't gonna lie though. I think I was getting unemployment checks for like a year. If it wasn't a year, it was like 10 months, bro. And I was spending that money on the dumbest shit in the world, bro. And I was working. Oh, you ain't supposed to say that out loud, are you?
What was that?
I was about to say I was working under the table. But I was, bro. So that shit crazy, bro. We spent money on some stupid. But yeah, bro, that's not a thoughtful gift.
So Stu's at all ain't a thoughtful gift. You feel? It might
really,
be because
dog.
you not like you don't have no sense of like material stuff. If you're not materialistic, then no material ain't really gonna.
But you know, I am materialistic, but it's like at least put a little bit of thought into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if I do like shoes, excuse me, don't get me wrong. Some niggas love shoes. Buy him his favorite pair of shoes. You know, that's fine. But see, me,
buy
I just...
nigga some rare bottoms. He's going to be appreciative if you buy him some rare bottoms.
Yeah, but you know...
This nigga might not, but all the other niggas
not
in the
me.
world.
But I'm saying, like, something just a little more thoughtful. Like, okay, like a woman, you can buy her a bag. I mean, that's what they like. They like bags. Like us, it's kind of like just put a little bit of thought into it.
I usually try to talk to you before. I think that's the thing too. Sometimes girls try to make it be a surprise and it just be like,
Yeah, I hate surprises too.
To them, that's cool because that's thoughtfulness. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a big difference. I can see like, some people do and some people don't. But I felt like a lot more girls like they like to be surprised.
Yeah.
As opposed to a lot more guys.
But bro, listen to this though. Here's the negative of that. Let's say it's your girl's birthday. You surprise her with a trip to Rome. Yeah. You got the rose petals at the hotel. You done goddamn brought her favorite perfumes. You done got some very thoughtful gifts for her. You done fucking took her on a cruise ship with all her best friends there. Oh, God. Now it's your birthday. Yeah. She done brought you them $180 pair of Jordans that came out that every nigga at the club got on. Come on, bro.
Now in that case, yeah.
And that's what I mean by like buying the Jordans. It's like, bitch, I just took you to Rome and you brought me the fucking Jordans that everybody got on in the club.
Yeah, like, that's different. You gotta. It's like when you see Beyonce and Jay-Z, they both done got crazy birthday gifts for each other. Like, so it gotta be, if it's that level, but most niggas ain't taking no trips to Rome. If anything, they taking they shorty to Red Lobster.
All right, let's say Myrtle Beach then. You take your shorty to fucking Myrtle Beach, and then goddamn...
She could take you to Charleston, that'd be fair. Would that be fair? I don't know. Charleston
ain't
quite
no.
the same.
Charleston
cool, but it ain't the same as Myrtle Beach.
Man, Charleston ain't hitting. Myrtle Beach is kind of expensive. And Myrtle Beach is actually a good vacation spot. People in Augusta don't appreciate it because it's so close to us. But like people in other places, they love Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, like outside of when you leave, like outside the South, Myrtle Beach is definitely like one of those things that people still know. Like how people know Atlanta, people know Charleston, Myrtle Beach. You know, some people might know Savannah. I don't really know Augusta. If they do, it's usually for golf. They'd be like, oh, if you explain the Masters to them, then they'll be like, oh, all right.
Lil Wayne talked about the Masters on his interview with Drink Champs today.
Did he?
And he did not know where the fuck it was. He said, it's in Georgia. it's not in one of those places like Atlanta. It's like one of those places that's not in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, Nori was like, it's not in Atlanta. Then where is it? What else is in Georgia? And then somebody in the background was like, Augusta. And Wayne was like, yeah, it's Augusta. Nigga been to the Masters and don't know what the fuck a Augusta is. Ain't that crazy? Like, you travel so much and you don't know, like, the places you've been because, like, you just keep going everywhere.
That's Wayne, though. You probably don't know a lot. I think somebody told me that Wayne said he don't even remember doing the song I Feel Like Dying.
I could see that because, honestly, dog, when I was watching that interview, Wayne looks like shit. He obviously be on a lot of drugs, bro. I'm going to do a video on this on YouTube on Monday.
I mean, he said he slowed down.
Nah,
Yeah,
I don't believe
it. He don't be looking as good as he did when he
No,
was
he
younger.
looks like shit.
He don't look as clean.
And he got tattoos all over his face now.
Yeah.
That shit's bad.
I seen him like a year or two ago.
Yeah,
And now, like, it's like some of his dreads is like
they thinning out, and he's trying to hold on to it. It's time to chop that shit. Yeah, Wayne is down bad. It's crazy, bro. That's how we know we getting old. Like, all our friends that had kids when we was in high school, their kids are 16 and 18 and shit now. Our fucking idols is all fucking old as fuck and retiring and shit.
Who you know that we went to high school with? They got 16, I guess. 15.
I got a homeboy that got a little girl he had when we was like 19, and now she's like what, like 11. Now she's 12, and I seen her on Facebook. He posted her, and I was just like, bruh, I remember the day he brung her home, and now she's 12 with a fucking cell phone. Like, it's just awkward. It's like, bruh, it make you feel old.
You is old. Like, if you went to a teen club right now, they gonna look at you like, this nigga, fucking R. Kelly ass nigga over here.
I told my homeboy that today because I went out last night, and for some reason I went to Alley Cats. Alley Cats is normally like, you know, a mixed spot. Like, there's like older people and there's also younger people. Well, last night there was nothing but older people, and for some reason me and my homeboy walked in there. And all the like older women kept coming up to us trying to holler at us. And I remember one came up to me. I'm standing at the bar taking shots with somebody. And she looked at me and was like, you got some sexy lips. She was drunk as hell. And I was like, oh, okay. And I like walked away from her and she was like, what, you scared of me? How old you is? And I was like, 29. And she was like, nigga, 29? She was like, nigga, I'm 52. She was like, what? You young as fuck. And that's when I started thinking. I told my homeboy this morning, I was like, bro, we at that weird age, bro. Like, we're in that age group where, like, if we go out to, like, a spot that's mainly, like, 21-year-olds, like, studio, if we go out somewhere like that, like, we kind of old. Bitches kind of looking at us like, man, these old ass niggas. But if we go out to an older spot, they like, man, this little young ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's that weird, like 30 is that weird in between age. It's like you're too young to do this, but you're too old to do this.
Yeah, especially if you're 30 and you ain't got it like all together and shit.
Yeah. Because a lot of people insecure about turning 32 because of that.
Yeah, because you got to think when you was 20, 21, you was looking at everybody 30 like, man, they ain't got their shit together at 30. What's wrong with them? Like, what did they do wrong? They did something wrong. Like, you know?
Bro, I remember being 16, 17, and me and Joe used to pick on niggas that was like 20, 21, and we used to call them niggas old heads and be like, nigga, you bum ass old nigga? And we used to tell each other like, bro, we ain't gonna be nothing like them niggas when we 21. You know what I'm saying? We was 16, not even knowing 21, young as fuck, nigga.
It's right around the corner, right?
Yeah, we not even knowing it, bro. That's kind of how I feel about rappers looking at Lil Wayne too. Like, they don't even know that, like, they're gonna be there one day, like, and they keep using drugs like him. They're gonna look like him also.
Who knows? They didn't do that. Go out bad.
Go out real bad. A lot of them niggas is going out bad too. Like, already. Did you listen to Wayne's album?
I haven't listened to it. I heard. I think I heard one person say it was good. I heard a lot of people say it wasn't that good.
My review is gonna already be out by the time this comes out, so I'll let you know now that shit is not good.
I don't expect it to be good. Wayne never had that 07, 08 magic. Yeah.
It's weird too. Like I seen one of my homeboys tweet and said something like he was like, you know, the bars are there, but Wayne just can't make a song anymore. And I was like, that explains the album perfectly. Like, bruh, because I was trying to figure it out while I was listening to it. I was like, bruh, he's rapping. Mm-hmm. And, like, it's making sense, but the song is just off. Mm-hmm. So when he said that, it made sense because it's like, bruh, the hooks are just garbage. Mm-hmm. The beats are good. Yeah. The hooks are just garbage, and it's like, it just seems forced now.
It's like when you like a battle rapper be trying to make an album or whatever.
Yeah, it sounds just like that. See, you hit it on the head, bro. It sounds just like that. Because a lot of battle rappers be garbage, bro.
They trying to make songs.
Oh, they be so garbage. And they be so cocky with it and be garbage.
And yeah, I think too, like when everybody was in love with Wayne, really, that's what he was doing. He wasn't really making songs. He was freestyling. Mm-hmm. You know, like the Carter 2 had songs, but he also
there was some freestyles on there too, shit.
Yeah, but he also had Many Fresh too when he did that. So like I feel like he put the song part together more.
I don't know what he got going on now, dog.
But like after the Carter 3, that was like the last like, and even then like this Carter 3, it still was like that. It was like they just had the right producers. Everybody wanted to work with him at that time. Yeah. So like, it's like going in the studio with like a Kanye or somebody, he gonna like cater to your flow. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to cater to the beat. They gonna make the beat and produce it all so that it go well.
Yeah, this shit right here wasn't hitting though. And the song that people like, I think he got a song on there called Harden or something. That shit ain't hitting to me neither. It's alright though. Then he got one more, like I think it's like a wobbly wobbly.
That shit. Bounce song on
yeah, bro. Another bounce song.
He from New Orleans, man. That's they song.
I mean, that's cool, bro. It's just all over the place. And like, it's funny because Nori asked him, will it be an album or a playlist? And he said, oh, no, this is an album. This is my album. Mm-hmm. And I was like, you know, I had already heard the album when I seen the interview. And I'm thinking like, no, nigga, that shit sounds like a playlist. Like, it don't sound like you went in there with nothing in mind.
What's the difference between the album and the playlist?
A playlist is like just a mixture of songs. An album is supposed to flow well together. Mm-hmm. Like an album is supposed to have cuts. So like it's supposed to be like tracks, and you can tell where they're cutting and like going to the next song that's leading to the next story. Yeah. Like Roddy Ricch's album. That's the last like good complete album I probably heard lately. Yo Gotti album was good too, but it just came out Friday. I haven't like got all the way through it. That was a good one. But Roddy Ricch shit like flowed well. Like the transitions to songs was just perfect. Like I'm not saying the album compares, but the transitions of the album reminded me of Good Kid, Mad City. Okay. Like you remember? I was gonna
say that's the last, and I'm thinking the album's probably Damn is like the last one that like flow well.
Yeah, I heard. And you know how like Kendrick be doing those transitions where like it sound like the record needle was going up then going down, and like it's switching into the skit and the skit is low. Yeah. Then the album comes. the song comes right in on time. Yeah. Roddy Ricch had that going on too. Yeah. I don't think he had any skits though. He had this weird thing he did where he was. I don't even know how to explain it. When he was switching songs, he was doing this little weird thing. I don't even know what it's called or what he was going for. It's weird. I know he was mad at the Breakfast Club for not noticing that. And it's like, bro, you're artistic, bro. The rest of us don't care about that shit. We just want to hear the box. Just turn the box on, my nigga.
Yeah, you think he got a future? Rowdy, you gonna be around for a while?
I think so.
You think so?
I think so, dog. I think he's very talented. Like, most of the time, you know, it's kind of hard to tell who's going to be here now, who's going to be here later, because, honestly, the way music is, I don't know where music is going to go from here, but I definitely think he got a future. It's a lot of people I don't think got a future. Like, I was just talking to somebody about all these female rappers and the surplus in female rappers. I'm like, bruh.
You don't think they got a future?
Fuck no. Like, my homeboy tried to argue me to death that Meg was going to be here for a long time. I was like, bro, Meg isn't going to be here later, bro.
I don't know. She might.
Oh, excuse me. My bad. We was arguing. He told me she wasn't going to be here by the end of the year. I told him, no, she's going to be here by the end of the year. Oh, yeah, but she's not going to be here for years, though.
Yeah, I don't know. Out of all the female rappers, I think if anybody's gonna stick around, I think her and Lizzo are the two probably biggest standouts.
Lizzo, a pop singer. I can see her falling off though.
Yeah.
Meg though, the thing Meg got going on right now that'll definitely have her here for at least the next 2 to 3 years is not only can she actually rap, like genuinely rap, she has that confident sex appeal that women crave.
Yeah.
Women love that confidence, like the confidence of being a hoe. Women love that. They just need an excuse to do hoe shit. I'm just being honest, bro. Like, I'm not trying to sound like a sexist, but that's just what women like, bro. They like, being confident in being a hoe, bro. They want an excuse to, like, just do some hoe shit. Like, okay, think about all the girls that's real, like, nice and conservative, and, like, they literally wait every year till their birthday so they can post a twerking video. They want to do that shit every day, but they wait till their birthday so they got a reason to post that twerking video. I'm going to be honest. If you want to post a twerking video, just post it. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't like my girlfriend to post a twerking video.
Maybe that's just her one day out the year. She could just let loose.
If that's what you want to do, just do it.
Hey.
That's me, bro. But, of course, like I said, I wouldn't want my girlfriend posting twerking videos because I don't see the point of it. But I'm a man also, so I'm not supposed to understand it.
Yeah. I think it's just you just want to see yourself show out. If you could dance in general.
But they can't dance. They just put their hands on their knees and start shaking their asses. Some of them don't even got no ass.
I was finna say, some people can and can't twerk. It don't take much, though.
It's kind of like...
It don't take much to do it okay, but to do it, like, really good, then ain't too many people twerking out there.
I seen a bitch on Twitter named Doja Cat.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, I don't know what the fuck a Doja Cat is, but I want that shit.
Oh, Doja a rapper, too.
Oh, she rap?
Yeah.
Oh, because I just seen her twerking.
Yeah.
See, this is weird, bro. We in a weird time.
You never heard that song? If you can see it from the front, wait till you see it from
the that's her?
Doja, yeah, that's Doja.
Oh, okay.
And she did that other song, that move video is her.
The cow shit?
Yeah, bitch, I'm a cow. That's Doja.
That motherfucker was fine, too. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
She thick as hell, and she fine.
Yeah, she was fine in that cow video. I was like, this shit head ass, but this bitch fine in this video.
But she definitely shot out as well, but she cool.
No, that's just like, I seen something online. Somebody was like, what's your favorite Rihanna song? I reposted that shit. I said, nigga, I don't fucking listen to Rihanna. That bitch is fine as fuck. Rihanna do make good music. I don't listen to that shit, though.
I think I got the one album, it had to be it was the last one, was the anti shit.
I ain't never listened to her shit before. Like, when I'm around women and they're playing it, that's when I hear it.
I listen to all stuff. Like, when I was in Colombia, too, and I really wasn't, like, going out, that's when I really started listening to, like, everything. Like,
yeah,
all facets of music. Because, like, from the females, I still, like, even though it ain't me, I can feel the emotion when they saying, like, it's a good Mary J. Blige song. Like,
yeah, like, that pain music.
Yeah. Plus, I got now, I done talked to females and I heard their stories and hear that side of it. So, like, I can feel the emotion. It ain't necessarily what I'm playing every day, but I can understand it all a little bit
Women
more.
are really good at expressing, like, that hurt. I think us as men, we deal with hurt a little different. Like, it's kind of like, I tell people all the time, us as men, like, if we get hurt, we on some, like, man, fuck bitches. I'm just about to get money and just chill. You know what I'm saying? Women, they get hurt, they be depressed for, like, 2 weeks, bruh. And then right back in another relationship. They heal like Wolverine.
Yeah. I don't really think they heal, though.
You don't think so? They just keep going?
Yeah, because it be like, unless you take some time, you don't really heal because you don't really think about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And now you in this relationship and you probably still thinking of the other person, but you got somebody new, so you feel like they filling a void. It's like...
Rebounds. Niggas do that rebound shit too, though.
Yeah, because everybody always that. Everybody trying to fill the void, especially if you had a relationship and it was like that, like you did everything together, all of that, and it was something that you felt was real. Yeah. Like, you don't want to, like, that's a feeling that you can't get out now. Like, that's something. in your head that's always there.
Bro, I put a video out with Blue on YouTube. It was about low standards. Blue was talking about how he got very low standards for women.
Yeah.
Do you have low standards for women?
Do I have low standards?
Or do you even have a type when it comes to women?
Nah.
Like a certain type woman you like. Not physical wise, like a type woman, like as far as like the characteristics of her. Do you have a type like that?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. Really. You gotta be more of a vibe
Oh, okay.
than like a type or anything. Like if we vibe, like I think Drake got a line. He's like, yo, I want an independent girl to feel like she need me. You know what I'm saying? I think I'll be doing that type of shit a lot of times.
Not
So that's
this
what I
nigga Drake.
kinda.
But that shit makes sense.
But like, but doing that though, like, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody that don't need you at all, but still fucks with you on that level, like they still need you or want you around. You know, it'd be more of that. Like, do you want me around? It's gonna be number one, and then it's gonna be like, yo. Actually, it's gonna be number two because your grind and all that's gonna be like really number one. Like,
I'm gonna be honest with you, TJ. When you first started, I was like, "Oh, this nigga got low standards too." But I'm with you now, though. I'm with you now. I don't know if you heard it, but this nigga Blue said straight up. He said, "Bruh, if a bitch like me for me, and she look good, I'm game." I was like, bro, that bitch ain't gotta have her own spot. She ain't gotta know how to cook and clean. None of that shit. That nigga was like, nah, bro. Those are just preferences. Like,
I mean, that is extra. Like, yeah, that would be dope too. Like, if you find somebody like, yeah, just fuck with you for you. But at the same time, like me, I feel like long term that ain't gonna work. Cause you just gonna be, if you sitting on the couch, you ain't cooking, you ain't cleaning, and you ain't working. Oh, I'm gonna be upset. Yo, you can be
even if she fine as fuck.
Even if she fine as fuck. Even if we fucking every day, she suck me off as soon as I walk in the door. I'm gonna be sucking up, looking at the dishes like, this bitch still ain't clean up.
Bro, I had a chick like that before, bro. I talked about it on my podcast a while before, but she was a very good looking girl. She used to have this thing in her head where she told me straight up, she was like, I never want you to leave the house unsatisfied. That was her thing. So like, she always made sure she cooked, had beer in the fridge, and sucked me up every day before I left the crib. But the bitch was so head ass though, bro. You know what I'm saying?
What was wrong with her?
Bruh, like, see, I ain't know it because I was young. I was 18 years old when I met the girl. So I ain't know shit like this.
You was in Kentucky?
Yep. It's when I was in Kentucky. But I ain't know at the time, like, especially now because I'm almost 30, but you kind of want a girl that's there for you, like, mentally. Like, I say it all the time, like, women don't give a fuck about our feelings. You at least want a girl that pretend like she do. You know what I'm saying? Or at least one that'll talk to you about some shit.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of bitches be butterheads, bro. They just be fine and just there. It's like, nigga, what's the point of me even having you here? You literally can't talk to me about shit. Like, I have a bad day, and you're just like, oh, you want to go drink? That's how Shawty used to be. I got you some Hennessy in there. Like, bitch, I don't want no fucking Hennessy, bitch. You ain't hear what I just said.
I want to talk about my feelings.
Nah, see, I ain't say all that. I ain't say all that. That nigga TJ made me sound like a bitch. I ain't say all that. I want to talk about my feelings. Nah, but for real though, bro, you get with a chick and see, I ain't noticed it until I started dealing with girls that was like straight. You know what I'm saying? Like some girls that had some shit going on. And I was like, damn, there is some of y'all out here that like fuck with us. Like, it ain't just head ass bitches that want to get drunk and party and shit.
Yeah, nah, some sophisticated. Those are usually the ones that end up wifed up quick though. That's the ones that nigga find and he done throw a ring on. It'd be some cornball ass nigga and he ain't even
corny as hell too, nigga. Corny, nigga.
But I think she feels safety in that nigga too though. Cause you gotta think, if you a female and you fucking with some fly nigga, this nigga done wooed you off your feet and shit, you looking at this nigga like, this nigga can do this again. It's like the cornball nigga you looking at like, he barely stand a chance. Like,
Man, I
It'd
told
be worse though if you get played in the end though, because you get played by a cornball.
I told Damo that before. I told Damo, I said, I ain't gonna lie, dog. I'm about to tell you why bitches like you, bro. I was like, it ain't your looks because you ugly as fuck. I said, bro, bitches like you because you make them feel comfortable. Like, you make them laugh.
Yeah.
And they can take advantage of you and do whatever the fuck they want to do. That's why they like you. Like, let's be real, dog. Bitch ass niggas is winning nowadays.
That shit escalated.
I turned it not fast, right?
Good.
Nah, bro. Bitch niggas is
Make
winning.
them feel comfortable, they laughing, and then they turn around and turn that shit on. I can do anything with this nigga.
Bro, they can do whatever they want to niggas like that, bro. And they like that shit. It's like, bro, it's kind of like having a punching bag. Like, the good thing about punching bags is they don't punch back. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why females like my nigga, dog. That shit crazy, but that's the type niggas that's in nowadays. Like, bitches want a nigga that still Facebook posts. You know what I'm saying? That's the type nigga that's in. I hate niggas that still Facebook posts
I'll be
dog.
stealing.
For real?
I definitely
No,
If I see
TJ.
something funny, I'm gonna share that shit.
Nah, I'm talking about
stealing?
copy the post and paste it.
I only do that if your shit ain't public, and I think it's really
Okay, I'm
hilarious.
fine with that, dog.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
If it ain't public, I can't already hit the share button. I'm like, oh man, and I never do it because I'm just lazy. I spoke too much, I forget. But I screenshot that bitch like I'm gonna post it later. It just don't happen.
Oh, so you would screenshot it and post it on your shit.
But
Okay.
it never happens.
See, I'm talking about niggas that see somebody post something, copy it, paste it on their shit, and post it with the intentions of getting attention off of that post, are hoping it goes viral. I'm talking about those type corny niggas, and a lot of niggas do that shit, bro.
I mean, that's what half of any of your popular pages do, though. Like, if you follow World Star, any of them, like, they definitely take some. If it's a popular meme, you're gonna see that bitch on there too as well.
Oh, nah, I feel that, though. Like, that's fine. I'm talking about these local jokers just wanting to steal a fucking post. I don't see the point of that shit, dog.
If you talk to, like, these nerds I knew in Colorado, they be like, everything comes from Reddit anyway.
Everybody comes from what?
All the good memes come from Reddit anyway. They like, yo, by the time it hits, it's all... Reddit usually starts it all. And I don't be on Reddit like that to know.
I don't even know what the hell Reddit is. I'm gonna be honest with you.
You don't know what Reddit is?
What is it?
It's like when you go and you post, like, people post, like, forums and different stuff, and you could read about, like, almost anything you want to know on the internet. You could read about it on Reddit.
Reddit.
Yeah.
Okay. I heard of it. I still don't know what it is.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
I probably shouldn't say this because they took it away though now. You used to be able to go there and watch like NFL and NBA games and stuff like that. Like it's like right above dark web almost. It's Reddit. Like,
Oh, damn.
and Reddit actually could tell you, like, if you meet the right people on Reddit, they'll tell you how to get onto the dark web and all that stuff.
Yeah. I don't think that's something we supposed to be having.
We gotta have power to the people. Power to the internet people.
This nigga said power to the internet.
You know? The Edward Snowdens of the world.
Reddit. I definitely gotta check that Reddit out. Cause I ain't never even, I definitely gotta check that out. Yeah, bro. The internet is crazy as fuck, though, dog. Like I said, people stealing posts, bitches wanting attention and shit. Like I was saying about the twerking shit. Like, what the fuck is the point of the twerking shit? Oh, I know what I was gonna say after the twerking shit. This plastic surgery shit. I seen a chick last night, bro. I ain't seen this chick in a long time. Last time I seen the chick, she was nice. She had a little weight to her. She had some ass on her. Nice looking girl. Very, very pretty girl. Seen this bitch last night. This bitch waist was like a fucking 00 and her ass was a fucking 20. And I was just looking like, why did you go get your ass done? That shit, ain't no point of that.
I think everything with limitation could be, you know what I'm saying? Like I done seen a girl with a fake ass and it look nice. Like I ain't get the squeeze and feel like if it felt real.
But bruh, so my whole
I done
thing.
seen it terrible too though. I was in Atlanta and I seen this girl with a fake ass and it was terrible. It was like the little peg legs that just lead up to this like shit. You'd be like, yo.
I seen that before.
Like, yo, stop it.
Bruh, my whole thing with the plastic surgery shit is most of the women that do it, it's like you just doing it because you lazy. You could have just hit the gym, my nigga. You only need to lose 15 pounds. You can't lose 15 pounds?
I don't know though. Like I think it's different sometimes because like it's like niggas look in the mirror and see something. It's like the ugliest nigga in the world sometimes still has confidence. Like he's like a pretty nigga. Like you don't find that in no females. And usually like females that will look out and be like, oh man, she's like a 6'7". You'd be like, yo, that's still proper. In her own mind, she's like a 2 when she look in the mirror and she sees. So she trying to change up.
So basically, you telling me these bitches need some counselors. They need some therapists. They don't need surgery. They need therapists.
I don't even know if that'll help. Because there's some people in therapy that it ain't helping. It's just, I don't know. That's just the ways of the world. And I think that's part of like the twerking and all that. The attention thing is that. Like you want that attention because that attention make you feel like more pretty. Like when the spotlight's on you, like, you feel yourself, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, even, like, when you get a haircut, a fresh cut, and people are pointing it out to you, you feel it a little bit more. When you're already feeling yourself, then be like, oh, nigga, you got that fresh cut.
Hey,
you feel it a little
that's
bit.
crazy, bro. Like, I try not to say it, but you feel totally different after a haircut. You just do, dog. Like, I be trying to fight it. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I ain't had a haircut in months. But when I was getting my haircut, dog, you could just feel it, bro. Like, you get that fresh cut, especially like your barber do you right. He take his time. He spend that whole hour on the cut. You leave that motherfucker. You look in the mirror. You jump in the shower. You go out. That's a whole different type of confidence, bro. It's kind of like those skits where you be like, your girl don't want you to leave the crib because you got the cut. You put the gray sweatpants on.
That's probably what we was talking about, the random dick pic dudes. That's probably how they feel every day. They got fresh cut confidence every day.
You gotta have dog. What bitches call that shit? Bitches call it big dick energy. You gotta have all kind of big dick energy to just send a random bitch the hammer, bro. Just slap the hammer in the DMs, bro. Nigga come through the DMs like Thor, nigga. Just slam the hammer in the DMs. That's some wild shit, bro.
But yeah, I think that's it. Like when they do like twerking videos or all that, it's that. Like each time, like you feeling like, especially on a birthday, you feel like, oh, everybody want me. Now let me shake this ass. And not even to get the attention, really to turn niggas down. To have niggas come at you.
Yeah, that's the weird part too. That's the weird part. At you.
But think about the confidence of turning niggas down. Of even you as a nigga, like, of curving a bitch. Like, it's a different type of energy.
I'm gonna be honest, dog.
Especially like when you got a bitch at home. When you got a bad bitch at home and you curving a bitch, you extra feel yourself. So now...
But see, the twerking thing, though, it's kind of like... You could have went about this a whole different way. That's the part I don't understand about it.
Yeah. I mean, it is a basic way, you know what I'm saying, to just, like, do that quick attention grab or whatever, quick little thirst trap.
Yeah.
But we all know that by now. You know what I'm saying? That's how, even the haircut is that. Like, that haircut confidence when you hit the club.
Uh-huh. You want to tell these bitches, you are not tricking me, my nigga. You are not tricking me. Stop that shit.
I know I can't get it. Stop playing.
Hey, niggas was telling me, like, that video with Blue talking about the low standards. Niggas was like, I don't think bitches like Blue. Because I ain't gonna lie, he do sound like a nigga that can't get no bitches. I don't know if Blue can get bitches or not, though. I don't know.
I'm not going there, man. My word.
TJ said he ain't talking about nobody. Fuck that.
I don't do it until I've been out with the man and seen it go yay or nay.
I don't know. I'm gonna tell Blue let's go out tonight. Oh, I did call him and tell him that. I said, bro, we gotta go out. I gotta see if you can get bitches, cause you ain't got no confidence, bro.
Where you going when you go out in Augusta?
I went to Alley Cats last night. I told you that's where I seen all the older chicks.
Yeah.
And then I went to the Scene. It's a lot of white people in the Scene.
What's the Scene?
So it's a white club. It's downtown. It's kind of ducked off. It's like around the corner on Broad Street. You go into the back, then you come in. It's a real nice club. It's a lot of white people in it.
Mm-hmm.
Blue's extra aggressive.
You were talking about earlier.
What I said, Studio probably?
Yeah.
Yeah, Studio is like, it's a bar off of Broad Street. I forgot what street it's on. Okay. And it's kind of like your hipster spot.
Yeah, I've been to Studio.
Yeah, DJ Nightmare owns it.
Oh, he owns it now?
I think he owns it. I think it's him and like two more people. Don't get me lying though.
That's the one that has like kind of like the little dance floor and like the long hallway.
Studio is small. You walk in and it's a bar, and then to the left it's like some tables in the middle. It's called Studio, the neighborhood bar, but you know how Augusta is. Niggas turn all bars into clubs.
Yeah. I've been there. I just don't remember.
Yeah,
I don't know
Studio alright though.
Yeah.
How is it going out in fucking Colorado? I know you smoking like a motherfucker. You buying all that weed from the dispensaries, ain't it?
Yeah, you good. You know.
I don't know why I ain't talked to you about that as soon as we started the podcast. I should have talked about this from the beginning. I just wanted to talk about that Jam Pro shit for some reason, though. I don't even know why. Yeah, bro. Like, as soon as I seen you, I was like, man, I'm going to use this as a chance to talk about Jam Pro. But yeah, bro, quick question. Would you rather go to the neighborhood weed man or the dispensary? Because the neighborhood weed man cheaper, right?
Nah, the dispensary cheaper.
For real?
Yeah, way cheaper.
Why though? Why is that?
I don't even know. I could speculate, but I don't have an exact answer. But my speculation would be is just because of how much you got to go through to be, you know what I'm saying, a street dealer.
Yeah.
Like, you got to get it sent from somewhere. So the nigga who's a grower is already taxing you to, you know what I'm saying, send it in or whatever. And then when you got to sell it to whoever, then you got to put enough on it where you could eat too. Yeah. So by the time it's hitting you as a street nigga, it then went through 2 or 3 transactions, you know what I'm saying? Before.
But I heard those dispensaries be expensive.
It's like a car almost. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, say like you sell me a car. Or rather you sell your car to the goddamn plate, to the dealership or whatever and sell it back. It's like with the weed, it's almost the opposite of it. Like, the illegal, like, out there, it'd be like $40 for like a half ounce or whatever.
God damn.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you should have came out here with an ass of weed. $40 for a Zippo. We talking about a good percent.
Half zip.
Oh, still. Still, shit.
But yeah, definitely it's way cheaper. I tell everybody, I was like, Colorado is way laid back. It made me look at like a lot of different things that go on.
What made you go to Colorado though?
I have some family out there.
Oh, okay.
So it's just like...
Because, bro, you went from New York, Augusta, Columbia, South Carolina, Colorado.
Yeah.
That's crazy as hell, bro.
But now, like, Colorado was just the beginning of me. Like I said, I don't want to stay nowhere for more than 5 years. Like, that's the plan. It's like, I want to go to Colorado. I think I want to go to California. And then after that, stay out of America for a couple years.
Oh, you got a plan then?
Yeah, I think I want to do Europe and Africa for a couple of years and all that. So,
I've been to Europe. I definitely want to go to Africa.
Yeah, I want to try to go to the safe parts. though. I ain't going to the jungle.
That's where I want to go, to the jungle.
You got it. I'm good. I'm going to the city in Africa.
I like animals, dog. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you, bro. I love animals, bro. And I love lions, my nigga.
Alright,
That's my favorite animal.
You gonna love it till he comes attacking you.
Dog, it's funny because every time people like pay attention to my jewelry, they always be like, "Oh, you must be a Leo," because I got lions on like every chain that I got. And I'll be like, "Nah, I ain't no Leo," and they be looking like, "Why the fuck this nigga got lions on his chains all the time?" You know what I'm saying? But that's like a whole different thing. I don't like telling people that shit, but in my mind, I'm a lion. That shit head ass, ain't it?
That's your spirit animal.
Yeah. For real. Nah, but for real though, seriously, like, okay, I'm gonna tell you, it's kind of corny though. I've been talking about corny shit all day. But bro, it's kind of corny, but I remember I'm a big LeBron fan. And I remember in, was it 2010, LeBron came out with, I think, his sevens. They sevens or eights, I can't fucking remember. But the tongue had a big ass lion on the tongue. And I remember I copped them shoes. Actually, a girl got me those shoes, and I was supposed to buy her some shoes that came out after that, and I jugged her ass. But shout out to her, though. And she bonded me out of jail right before I started working for your dad. She paid my fine off.
She gave you good gifts.
She did. And she tried to give me some pussy when she got me from the jailhouse when they released me.
She wanted that fresh home.
Yeah. Bro, I looked at her. This story funny, dog. Yeah. Bro, I looked at her. She pulled over like on this off-road because I was in Columbia County, which is in the woods. She pulled over on this off-road and she just started taking her shirt off. And I looked at her and was like, "What the fuck is you doing?" And she looked at me and was like, "Oh, well," and I was like, "Bitch, I only been locked up for 30 days. I said, "Bitch, take me to Joe House so I can get my motherfucking cell phone." You know what I'm saying? Bitch, I want my cell phone. I don't want no goddamn pussy. But anyway, so she had got me these LeBrons. They had a lion on the tongue or whatever. And
oh yeah, I remember that was his first symbol. I got a jacket like that.
Yeah. So I put them bitches on. I start hooping, and I start getting better at basketball. So I was like, I'm a lion. You know what I'm saying? That shit corny as hell. That's what happened though. I said some corny shit earlier today. I was watching the Vic 30 for 30 the other day, and I was thinking because Iverson was in the 30 for 30, and I was thinking how everybody wanted to have braids because of Iverson and Vic. Yeah. And I was telling somebody like, shit, I had long braids by the time Iverson and Vic was hot. Yeah. And I was like, because I used to want to be like Bow Wow.
You look like him a little bit, man.
Hell no. I had the long braids. I had the long braids like Bow Wow when I was young. I used to be a big Vanilla Ice and MC Hammer fan when I was a kid.
You had a high top?
I had a high top shaved on the side with the lines, but I had a rat tail. I had a long rat tail.
Did you have some Hammer pants?
Fuck no. Oh, when I was young, I was head ass. I wore overalls every day. I wore overalls every day, bro.
You can't find no overalls now. I don't live in fucking Dickie shit.
They be in weird places like Goodwill.
That's why they in the Goodwill. They old.
I seen some niggas last night wearing them camo overalls, and I was like, bro, we back in 07, bro.
That's some real Augusta swag, though.
Yes, bro. Bum ass hunting gear. Why y'all niggas ain't never hunted a day in y'all life?
That's a good man. Don't try to kill our city things. We need things.
Man, them niggas tripping, bro. They make Augusta look bad. That's why Lil Wayne don't know where the masters at. Because of shit like that. But yeah, man, back to the weed. I don't know how I let me get me off subject with the weed. So you said a half ounce of weed is $40 at the... That's crazy, dog. Yeah. And is it stronger than like some weed you would get off the streets in Georgia?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I've been back. Some people have had better weed than when I was living out here even 2 years ago. But it's still like, nah. Like that'll be a little bit more pricey, but still nah. If you get in top shelf weed in the dispensary, ain't nobody on the street usually gonna have better. Depending too, because like, it's different dispensaries have different, and usually like I seen people like, if like the more upscale ones you go to, they're gonna be more pricey. So you know what I'm saying? Me actually living in Denver, I was able to like, you know what I'm saying, I could go and explore and find like the ones with the good prices and all that. But
what kind of strains you be smoking?
I usually get whether I get like an indica and I get a sativa and I smoke on that for the week. And like it usually like I'll go through a half in like a week when I lived in Denver.
Different kind of moods, depending on what mood it is what kind of strain you smoke?
Well, not usually the indica is supposed to be more of like a body high. So like indica strands, diesel is a popular indica strand.
Yeah.
So like when you smoke sour diesel, like usually like your whole body, and that'll be like that like couch feeling almost.
Mm-hmm.
Sativa is more of a head high. So like you're gonna be high, but it's gonna be different and ain't gonna really make you sleepy as much. Like since the indica's like that body high, it usually makes you like more tired because it's relaxing more as opposed to like when you smoke sativa, you more high, you up, you want to do shit. They say
it's kind of like uppers and downers.
Yeah, they say usually like sativa. Sometimes you could like. It's like when you want to go out and do stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the indica is more of the body, but it's supposed to be more creative too. But
that's the only thing I miss about not smoking weed. I used to get in my bag when I smoke weed. Like, I used to be in a crazy creative space, bro. That's the only thing I miss about not smoking weed.
Why don't you smoke? Nah, you ain't gotta smoke heavy, man. You can smoke a little joint, you know.
I smoked last Christmas. I got so fucking high, I thought my nigga Quay was trying to kill me. I can't smoke no more. Now, if niggas bring that good mid back, not that bullshit mid they got nowadays. I'm talking about that good Con Bud that they used to have when we was young. If they bring that shit back, I smoke, bro.
You sound like the old heads for real.
I know, dog. That's how you know we getting old, bro.
Different, yeah, man. Y'all
Man, that shit so strong. Yes, bro. That shit so strong, bro. This shit be making me think I'm crazy.
But you know what? You just need to get a bowl, man, and just one hit, you know?
I'm good, bro. I will drink me one beer, chase it with some water. I'm straight, bro. I don't need no more.
I can't drink that. I can't drink it cold enough for it to be enjoyable beer. Like it's just,
yeah. That means you don't enjoy the taste of a beer. I love the taste of beer. I love the taste of malt. I love the taste of everything in the beer, bro.
You might like it out there then because they got hella breweries.
I love breweries.
Yo, it's a brewery everywhere in Colorado. Like.
I fuck with breweries, dog. It's too cold up there though. I can't fuck around in that
you
cold.
You gotta visit. It's not cold yet.
See, you a New York nigga though, so
it's not cold all the time. It's only cold in the wintertime.
I'm gonna be honest, dog. I'm a Southern nigga. Like, I'm not even interested in going places. Like, people be like, nigga, Cali the shit. I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck about no Cali. You know what I'm saying? I always been like that, bro.
I don't know. I ain't finished watching, but I was watching one of your podcasts. It might even been a clip for one. And y'all was talking hip hop, and I don't know who you was with, but it was somebody, and they like named like they like top 5, and it was all Southern rappers. It was like Pimp C.
Oh, that was a long time ago. Yeah, that was Greasy. Yeah, that nigga there, dog, is a product of his environment. I actually got a podcast with him coming out soon. We did a podcast a couple days ago. We got drunk as fuck and talked about all kind of crazy shit. But he's one of them type niggas, dog. If you ain't talking about Pimp C, Juvenile, Lil Wayne, he ain't trying to hear it, bro. At least me, I got Hove in my top 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. I think New York niggas are annoying. That's just me. But I fuck with New York rap, dog. Long as it ain't like too hardcore, like Big L, alright, you know, Papoose is over the top to me, bro.
They kind of sound similar.
They do.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I named both of them. Like, some like niggas be over the top. I'm thinking of somebody else too, but I forgot his name, and I don't know. Oh, fucking Rakim.
You don't like Rakim?
It's not that I dislike Rakim. He's just like over the top New York. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember watching his interviews. Like, the nigga's so boring, bro. Because he's just so New York. Like, New York niggas be tough for no reason.
Yeah, his interviews are like that.
They dull. But then you got a nigga like Big Daddy Kane, and he bring that energy. You know what I'm saying? He like, I think him and LL changed like the look of New York rap. That's a hot take though, I know.
But they like Rakim changed the whole flow. though. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? That was his contribute. I think those three that you just mentioned are like actually like probably like my 80s top 5. Yeah, them need for Rev Run, and I'm probably thinking probably like Slick Rick or something. That's like the 80s right there for me.
See, bro, you got me in my hardcore hip hop bag. People don't even know I like fuck with hip hop like that. I'm a hip hop head though. A lot of my closest friends know I really fuck with hip hop.
I had to start trying to bring my top 5s down more because definitely like in my all time, Pac ain't in my all time top 5. Just cause it
Bro, there will not be no downplaying Pac on the Sit Downs with Slim podcast. Nah, it's funny because I disagree. I feel like he grew to be a gangster, but there was different sides of Pac.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't understand the different sides of Pac. Like people would say, "Oh, Pac is like Drake. He's an actor."
I mean, in that sense, yeah.
But Pac was a complicated person, though.
But they also say, like, anything you watch on him, it'll be like, once he started doing certain things, it changed him. There's like, once he did Juice.
Yeah, he started acting like Bishop.
Yeah, he became that character. And I feel like, in like, a lot of ways, he was like a method actor. So, like, sometimes when we see him growing up as kids and he was in a mood, he was also preparing for roles. Or like, you know what I'm saying? He had to be a certain way or whatever. But we had...
Pac was a complicated person, though, dog. His love for women is crazy to me, too. Like, bruh, did you see that video with Offset?
Which one?
Offset, he threw the punch. Somebody tried to throw a drink at Cardi B and missed. He jumped off the stage and threw the Superman hook. And I was just like, bro, I also seen the video of him. I think they were at the Grammys. He was fixing her hair and he moved to the side so the paparazzi can get a picture of her.
Yeah, I seen that one.
Yeah, I seen those two videos, bro. And I think I shared the video of him fixing her hair on Twitter. And I said, bro, I will never be able to love a woman this much. And everybody was like, Slim, you'll get love one day. I'm like, bro, little do y'all know. I got enough love in my life, bro. But it's like, these niggas love women, bro. Pac was like that. And it's like, bro, don't get me wrong.
I'm like that. Like, I've told people that too before. I'll be like, yo, my nigga, you don't realize it, but like, oh, I love women. You like bitches, my nigga. Like, it's totally different, my nigga. And like, that's how, like, at one point in time, I feel like I'm not
Are you a lover boy?
as much. Am I a lover boy? I don't know about all that. But like,
nah, what you gonna say? Because I ain't mean to cut you off.
But now I said I explained somebody to that like with money too. Like some of my niggas, like especially like in the Columbia days, I was like, oh my nigga, I really love money. You only like to get money. My
that
nigga,
sound like some New York shit. Hey yo, B, I'm really out here getting it, B. I'm really out here on my Grizzy, B. Like for real, straight up Bronx, Philly shit, B. I'm really on my Grizzy.
That's how I gotta describe it. Like, yo, nigga, I love this shit, son. Yo, I wake up, I touch these dollars, nigga. It inspire a different type of energy in my soul. You know?
Kind of like them ball playing niggas. Is the people still gonna love me?
That's like my favorite movie right there.
Paid in Full?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, Paid in Full is one of my favorite movies, shit, dog. I'm gonna be real, dog. I know I be bashing New York shit all the time, but that's a good ass movie. Even though it's based off some snitching ass niggas. But it's still fire. Most people snitch though. Like, let's just be honest, dog. Like most of our favorite gangsters we grew up idolizing was snitches.
A lot of people did tell.
Yeah, so we can't.
I don't know why you think. What you think when Tekashi come home? You think he gonna be alright?
This nigga hit me with some bombs. Dog, you want to be all the way real, bro? I try not to listen to too much like podcasts on shit because I podcast and I want to have my own original opinion. But I know a lot of people got this opinion, and I agree. Like, I think when he gets out, he's gonna be okay. I literally think we live in different times, bro. I know shit is still crazy out here. Like, niggas are still dying. Niggas are still getting killed. I don't think niggas give a fuck about telling no more, bro. Like I just said, when we was young, we idolized niggas that was rats. You know, Alpo was a fucking rat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think we all knew that, but I think the way Cameron played that character though made it so.
He
much
played that
more.
shit so gangster, dog.
Cause like in real life, they really idolized Rich Porter. I feel more.
Yeah.
Rich and AZ, I felt like we did. Cameron in that movie just made you love Alpo no matter what.
When the nigga was at the club fucking shawty on the screen, I was like, oh man.
One of my homeboys' favorites is when he made the nigga strip.
That scene awkward to me, bro. For some reason, some scenes just be so awkward. I be like, I don't want to see that, bro. It's just awkward. It make you feel bad.
Like, imagine looking at your window and seeing that shit. Like yo.
Hey, yo, son, get off the block, B. New York niggas is funny, bro. You gotta admit that shit. New York niggas. Hey, yo, get off the block, B.
You know what? We went out west for a while and we realized though it was just the East Coast in general. We're just a little bit more harsher about shit.
Yeah.
It's just a mind state.
Bruh.
But New York, for real, New York niggas is like the most disrespectful funny niggas. Because that's what it is. Niggas will disrespect you, but in like the worst ways. And it's just hilarious to people. It's hilarious to other assholes.
They just always so mad. Bruh, so like, how was your transition from moving from New York to the South?
From New York,
just
it
like
wasn't
mentally.
that different. It wasn't that different because like by the time I lived up there, I was like we moved first when I was young.
Mm-hmm.
So I went back as a teenager. So when like I came back down south, it wasn't like because I was already from.
Oh
Augusta,
yeah. You've been here before.
Yeah. So it wasn't like no like transition. Like I could see it now more being back now. And, like, when I'm trying to do certain things, I can see what people from the outside say about, like, the slowness, especially, like, when you're trying to do productive things. You're just trying to move at, like, a steady pace. Like, a lot of people are just, like, lottie-dottie with it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is just kind of moving a little bit slower. And that was what people used to talk about more. But when I was young, I didn't really see it that much. Because I was lottie-dot myself, so I'm kind of laid back. Like you say, like we used to work together. Like I'll be slow as fuck. I'll be in my own zone. I just move at my own speed. So like, but now when I'm trying to do more productive stuff, I can see it more as opposed to other places where people kind of catch on to stuff.
That's something I like to experience, like what people mean about the South being so slow. Cause I did a podcast with Brother B. He owns Humanitry downtown. It's a vegan spot.
Yeah.
And he from New York. And he was telling me like how shit is slow down here, whatever, and how fast paced it is in New York. Yeah. And I was like, honestly, I've never been to New York strictly because I've been to New York, but I've never like hung out in New York because I just never was interested. But like, I would like to see like what people mean about I would like to see what people mean about like it being so fast. It's probably the same way like when I was in Germany and I used to go to big towns in Germany. It's probably like the same, like motherfuckers walking the street, got them hauling ass and shit. It's probably the same as that shit though.
I said that to my homegirl. I brought her to New York for the first time and she was like, yo, the look in everybody's eyes, especially like I'm from Long Island, so Long Island's a little bit more suburb. But like when we went to the city, she was like, yo, the look in everybody's eyes is like everybody has something to do. Yeah, like nobody.
That's how I picture it too.
Yeah, like nobody is like trying to stop and smell the roses and none of that. That's the bum, if anything. That's the homeless nigga. He the only nigga that's probably the nicest nigga you probably meet is gonna be that bum. Cause everybody else got something to do. And if you ain't helping them, you in the way. You know what I'm saying? That's the mentality. That's just the Northeast mentality, though. Like, once you hit, like, Maryland and up, that's kind of everybody's mentality. It's just like, yo, we on go. We trying to get shit done. Like, get the fuck out the way if you ain't trying to assist.
Do you like that? Do you prefer that over how it is in the South?
In certain situations, like, when I'm trying to do shit, yeah, because that's how I am. I'm you know what I'm saying. Or if I'm really focused on a goal and it's to like make money, and so the most money you can make is like, especially in like a time base, like if I can make this and still go do something later, and you're holding in the way of that, then yeah, that's a problem. But like when I want to slow down and do stuff, or like even like I say the party, like it ain't nothing like the party in the South.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's more wide open, so you don't, you know what I'm saying? You can, it's little pockets. Like you said, in New York, everybody tough. So, you know what I'm saying? In the South, so a lot of times people just want to have fun. You got a couple tough guys, but usually, you know what I'm saying, people can calm them down.
Yeah.
You know, I think the biggest thing with even that is sensitivity. They ain't, in the South, it's more, as long as you don't hurt somebody's, like, pride too much. You be a New York niggas, we sensitive, man. You do any little thing that hurt that nigga pride, nigga.
That nigga said these niggas sensitive.
These niggas sensitive and petty with it too, but it's different though, because that sensitivity might be going to get a pistol and shooting you in the head, like, you know what I'm saying? But it's to that level, like they feeling was that hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like you could hurt them that quick off of some simple shit. So that's like,
bro, why is the gun law so crazy in New York? I was talking about that today, and I thought about it. I was like, I really don't understand why. Like niggas is getting 5 years off of first offense for weapon possessions in New York.
Are you just not allowed to have a gun?
That's crazy. Like in the South, niggas is getting off with probation. They first weapon possession.
Yeah, because you're allowed to have a gun. Like literally, like there's ain't really too much of a gun law in Georgia. Like anybody can have a gun. It's not illegal to have a gun as long as you're not a felon. Yeah. Like if I walk outside right now, I found a gun, picked it up, like that's mine. You know what I'm saying? As long as ain't no bodies on it, ain't gonna be no issue.
Isn't it crazy to think that all you need is a bill of sale to buy a gun from somebody?
Yeah, but I mean that's also the part of like it'd be weird because like on gun laws, like myself, I'm like 50-50 because I don't 100% trust the government. And I be on like that Killer Mike shit a little bit where it's like, nigga, don't forget they just freed us 50 years ago, my nigga. You still might want to keep that pistol handy.
Just in case.
Just in case. But at the same time, though, like, damn, like, everybody with a gun. Because it's a lot of head-ass niggas. And I say it's sensitive, but it's sensitivity everywhere. And I feel like that gets people hurt more than anything. Is that like the nigga that's super tough or hard or whatever, like, his feelings get hurt quick. He ain't gonna express it like how the most way men would express it. Yeah. So this nigga gonna express it in a fucked up way. He gonna
picking
go
up that gun.
Yeah, he finna go shoot some shit up. You step on his sneakers, he finna go shoot some shit up. Cause he feel more disrespected. Like you didn't like.
That is him being sensitive, bro.
That is him being sensitive.
And it's crazy, like, nigga. It's not that serious,
it's like
bro.
a nigga bump into you in the club and like, nah, that nigga gotta die. Like, how dare that nigga bump into me?
Like Aaron Hernandez, when he allegedly shot those two people in that car, they said somebody bumped into him and he got mad. Like, bro, if a nigga bump into you,
see, fucking up. I ain't even get to watch the special yet. I'm gonna still watch the shit.
Bro.
You're all good. I'm not one of them people. It's weird. I'm not like, you can tell me the whole story.
You doing the same thing Greasy did when Greasy was on the podcast. This nigga Greasy, I started talking about the Aaron Hernandez doc, and he was like, bro, don't tell me the end, bro. I'm about to watch it. I said, nigga, you know the end. He killed himself. He was like, bro, chill, bro. Don't tell me the end, bro. Y'all niggas is wild.
Yeah,
like, this shit already happened.
See, I didn't know that part that you were talking about. Like, I know, like, that I know he was a nigga on the Patriots, and I know he killed himself in the end. And I know he got arrested for murder, but I don't know who he killed.
Oh,
like the reasonings behind it.
Oh yeah, definitely watch
shit.
that shit. That shit is really good. Yeah. I think it's like 4 hours though.
I think I think I was watching episode 1, but I fell asleep or whatever, and then it just didn't pop up and like to continue.
You gotta watch that Mike Vick 30 for 30 too. They coming out with part 2 on the 6th. I think this Thursday. Part 1 was the other day. I've never watched
any of the 30 for 30s.
Oh, you gotta watch them shit. They good. I ain't seen Rodman's yet, but I heard Rodman's is real good. The OJ is the best one I've ever seen. Nigga, that OJ one is niggas is talking about this Aaron Hernandez. Iverson had one. Nobody got shit on OJ though, bro. Everybody talking about this Aaron Hernandez doc. No, OJ shit was crazy, nigga. But the crazy thing about docs is it depends on who shoots them, what side of the story you get. I've seen documentaries on OJ where it made me think at the end, like, that nigga probably innocent. Now, I've also seen ones that made me
I
think
think-
like,
I
that
think-
nigga did that shit.
I think I seen you post about that or whatever. Like people like
Yeah.
developing their opinions from like after watching the doc.
Because they don't understand what a documentary is. They just don't. Like, bro, it's just information,
I usually just
bro.
watch it for like the
Entertainment
information.
purposes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
our
watch it for
information.
information. Like
That's
how
it. It's
it
just
is, yeah.
information, bro. It's not supposed to, at the end, you're not supposed to, like,
Yeah,
be
you
able to side with the person that
Yeah,
shot
you
it.
really need to watch like 2 or 3 docs before you really do that. 'Cause like
Get
you're
your own
saying,
info.
You need it. You need to, see different perspectives of how people like put it all together and pieced it all together.
It's just like I seen the Fire Festival documentaries. One was on Hulu, one was on Netflix. Same topic, totally different docs, totally different perspectives, totally different people in them.
They still made Ja Rule seem like he was head ass in the whole shit.
Both of them, because he was. The only clips anybody had of him being involved in a fire festival, he was holding a shot glass with tequila in it, and every shot it was going salute, salute. He just kept toasting to nothing with tequila. He would come in, he would walk around and be like, "Everything looking good." He was acting like a mobster. He was like, "Everything looking good. Okay, let's take shots." Like, bro, what's up with you, bro? Nigga taking shots to everything. Like, we got water trucks now? Salute. Like, bro, what's up with you, bro?
So did he actually ever go to? He was on the island with the people. Or that was just during like the meetings and stuff he was toasting.
That was just during the meetings. I don't think he ever went to the island. I'm not sure. I don't forgot now. But
crazy.
that whole situation was
They
crazy.
got
though.
got.
Yeah, them niggas got. But you know why you don't feel bad though? It's fucking little rich kids. Who gives a fuck about them? Who gives a fuck about rich kids,
They the
bro?
ones that could, only ones that could afford it. Right?
Yeah. Like, bro, who really gives a fuck? Like, your mommy and daddy brought you fucking first class tickets to a fucking island, a private island, so you can go see a fucking concert. Who gives a fuck about you?
They worked hard for those tickets, all right?
Yeah, their parents did work hard. Their parents worked extremely hard. You're 100% right. Them niggas know though. Dog. Nobody gives a fuck about them niggas getting trapped on no fucking island. We don't care, bro. I'm sorry. We just don't give a fuck, my nigga.
Well, there was somebody there that probably spent their last. They worked all year.
That's the sad situations. Like the workers that was there that didn't get paid, it make you feel bad, bro. Like you just feel bad. It's like, damn, dog, this is just unfortunate, but that's just that's what happens in business.
What happened to the end? Like the people that set it all up. I know they went to jail. But
yeah.
how long did they get?
I think that nigga's still locked up. I think he had got like 10 years.
Oh damn.
Yeah. Because he scammed after that. After that, he started like selling fake tickets to like the fucking Met Gala, whatever it's called.
Oh god, this nigga didn't stop.
He didn't stop, bro. He kept trying to scam some
His
shit.
scam was literally on the news, and you're just like, I'm good.
Bro, the funniest part though on the Hulu one was funny. The Netflix one was the one with like the most information. The Hulu one was funny as hell. They had like all the good scenes and all the good interviews. It was a guy named Billy. He was a gay guy, and he told a story about how they didn't. It was coming time to the festival to start. It was like a week before. They didn't have any water. The guy that was supposed to send the water, he wanted like an extra like $10 million or some crazy number. My number's probably wrong, but it was a crazy number. And he said that I forgot the guy name that was throwing it. He basically said like, the guy was like, hey man, I really need you to take one for the team. I need you to go over here, go over to the guy, whatever, and suck his dick. And this nigga Billy said he went home, he brushed his teeth, took a shower, and he was 100% prepared to go suck that dick. I was rolling, bro. I was like, bro, this is the wildest shit I've heard in my life, bro. Like, bro, that's insane, my nigga.
He said whatever. It's whatever. We'll
He
make
just
it
down.
happen.
He just down with it. Like, but now he's getting all kind of like, bro, he got a sponsorship with some water company. All kind of crazy. Yeah. Yeah, like he's blowing up right now. I could probably find some shit in him.
Hey, I mean, he was willing to suck dick for water.
I'll find that shit later.
He deserves this.
Yeah, he deserves it, dog. He was ready to take one for the team. That's some crazy ass shit though.
He said randomly, like, would you, if we needed some water, would you just lick a random bitch pussy for some water?
Fuck no. Hell no. Shit no. Boy, it ain't gonna be no water at that festival. Trust me,
You
my
have to call
nigga.
Damo.
Bruh, had to call Damo. Hey, Damo, send her the hammer. Number 3. Number 3, send her the hammer. Straight up. Well, yeah, bruh. Documentaries is head ass, dog. Documentaries not head ass. People that watch documentaries thinking that, oh, now I know. No, nigga. Get your own information from it, bruh. See, now you gotta watch the Aaron Hernandez, you gotta watch the Mike Vick 30 for 30, and you gotta watch the Fire Festival joints. See, I just put you on some shit.
I need to get back on my docs. I've been watching stuff more since I've been out here. Cause like when I was in Colorado, I just like work. That's it. Work all the time, smoke all the time. That's it.
What you been doing out here?
I had to get some things straightened out with my license. Then I had a storage out here, so I'm trying to get rid of the stuff in my storage. And then after that, I'm probably gonna go back.
Did you ever get your CDLs?
I never got a CDL.
I remember you telling me.
Yeah, I think I was thinking about that a while ago. I'm trying to get some money up because I still got some old student loan. So I don't know if I can get like the FAFSA and all that again.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to go to school to do like this lineman work or whatever.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. School is always a move. Getting certified in something.
Getting certified, and then I think I might try to get into some media stuff. Let's see. I was thinking of doing podcasting myself. I was thinking of doing that, and maybe doing like editing. Like honestly, everything I've been seeing you do lately, I've been like, yo, this nigga doing everything I want to fucking do. It's like it's all the shit I want to do, but I want to get some money so I can have that job that like if I need anything on the back end, it ain't no way to just go get it.
I ain't gonna lie, this shit kind of like, I don't know how the hell I started. I think I had the idea of doing this, and then the person I was gonna do it with, he ended up moving, and I started it with a guy who we went on a trip to Texas together, and he told me, man, I always wanted to start a podcast, and I'm like, nigga, me too. Yeah. So we started it together, whatever, and then that just kind of ended just mutually, like we both just stopped. And I was like, bro, I'm going to keep doing this shit. Because I like this shit. This shit fun.
When you first started, it was like 2 of y'all.
Yeah. It was me and Rello.
Alright.
And we stopped doing that. And then I started sit downs with Slim. I actually started sit downs with Slim while me and him was still doing the Habitual Offenders. Mm-hmm. And I started this podcast. And I just was like, bro, I'm not stopping this. Like, and I done already put all this money into this shit with all this equipment. Then I got a camera. I was like, oh, it's over,
got the lighting going on and stuff.
Yeah, dog.
I haven't seen none of your videos, but I know you do videos too.
Yeah. You talking music videos? Yeah, I do music videos. I don't like doing music videos, though. I'm going to be honest, I don't, dog.
It take too much?
Yeah. I'm all right at it, though. I'm not that good, but I'm definitely not bad. I'm all right. I'm just not, I'm not really into it. I love shooting pictures, dog. I ain't gonna lie, dog. I really fuck with photography. And when I first started, I didn't think I was that good because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. But I got good like fast. Yeah. Like I literally just woke up every day watching YouTube videos and I figured it out. And I started booking clients and people was fucking with it, bruh. Mm-hmm. And see, I was more so confused because you never really know what people like. Like I literally just shoot pictures how I like. Like, what I want the pictures to look like. Yeah. And for some reason, people like it, dog.
I mean, that's usually when you go to a photographer, because most people don't have, like, you know what I'm saying, an idea. You're always going to have some people that do. For the most part, people just, like, take my picture. Yeah.
But see, my style is a little different, though. Like, I like colors. You know what I'm saying? Most people like that cinematic look. I don't really like that shit. I like colors, and I like shit that look like... I like it to look real life, but with like a hint of cartoon feel. Like I like my blues to be real bright and clouds to be real defined and like people's faces to be like real grainy. Unless I'm doing like photography shoots. If I do a photography shoot, I'm gonna make it look as cinematic as I can. But as far as like outdoor shoots, I try to get as creative as I can with that shit. Yeah, dog. I know that shit don't sound nothing like me like 10 years ago.
Nah.
I wasn't into no kind of art shit like 10 years ago, bro.
Yeah.
I was trying to get that bread with Gunny. You know what I'm saying? That was it. That's all I had for a motherfucker then.
Listening to Gucci.
Yeah.
Riding back and forth to Southern.
Yeah. I was on some bullshit then, bro.
Is that where you met Blue at? Y'all was both at Southern?
Man, I met Blue recently.
Oh, word?
Yeah. I knew of Blue. Never talked to that nigga. Met this nigga recently, probably last year, and the nigga been hitting me up damn near every day since then. That's my nigga though, man.
That nigga hopping on the podcast.
Yeah,
He
bro.
still sell cars, right?
Yeah, he sell cars. Blue ass is crazy though, bro. And like, see, I ain't gonna lie, I'm taking a break from having Blue on the podcast. But I like having him on the podcast because Blue says things that most people are thinking that they're scared to say.
Yeah.
Like his whole thoughts on the gay topic. Like, most people think like that. They just scared to say it because it's not right. It's not politically correct. Most people don't like that gay stuff. Like young black men, they don't like gay stuff. They think the same way he thinks. So, and he's just saying it out loud. That's the only difference.
A lot of people say it like behind the scenes. I don't know, it's different with me because it just don't bother me either way.
Me neither, dog.
It's just like, do your thing. Everybody. I didn't even get into it. I was asking a question, like, because this dude I posted, he was like, yo, grown men should use the bathroom with girls. And I was like, yo, what should they go to the bathroom? If it's a transsexual, like, yo, what's the answer then? Like, I'm like, yo, I was like, the half of the laws only came in place because they was getting harassed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they was getting harassed in the men's bathroom. Like, when a nigga dressed in full drag and shit go in here, and now he all, got beat up because he just wanted to go pee. Cause
I'm going to be honest, I really don't give a fuck, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
How I feel like, in the women's bathroom too, I'm like, yo, it's all stalls. I'm like, so yes, if this man is standing on the stall to try to peek at your daughter, yes, that's an issue. This nigga just pissing or whatever.
That gotta be like a Bruce Jenner type nigga. Because, Bruce Jenner got his, he still got his dick because he still like fucking women. Mm-hmm. But now he is a woman. And that's creepy. It's like, my nigga, I feel like some trans people.
The world is just wide open. That's the thing.
They be wanting their cake and they want to eat it too, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to be a woman and fuck women. Your ass wants your cake, dog.
But that's the thing. It's a whole world out there. So, everybody can do whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody has the rights. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what's supposed to be the cool thing about America at the end of the day. It's not all supposed to be about this one group of people or that one group of people. It's supposed to be like an appeal to like everybody.
A melting pot.
Yeah. But then you get people that's like, yo, oh, this side's a way of thinking is
this
right.
Is the right way. This is the right way.
That's why I like the whole Christianity. That's the craziest thing because they got multiple pockets of like, you know what I'm saying, between Mormons and all that, but as long as everybody agrees that the gay people ain't cool, like, you're good. Like, that's it. That's it. Praise
Isn't
God.
That so weird, though?
Gays.
Like, that shit is so weird.
We can all
bro.
read the Bible and have different interpretations, but we know one thing. We love God and we don't like the gay folks.
Long as your Bible says that, we fuck with your religion. That shit is crazy, bro. People just ignorant, bro. But yeah, bro, I think that's a good note to end the podcast on some positive shit. My nigga TJ brought the laugh to the podcast. I ain't gonna lie, bro. This was a funny ass podcast, bro. This nigga goddamn Damo talking about he done. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. I said the dick pic like twice, nigga. This shit gonna be funny as hell. But yeah, man, another episode of Sit Down with Slim, man. We had my nigga TJ on here and we out.